Okay. Oh, what the heck? Why is my volume? Dude, I get so much stuff about my volume being low. And it's like, hold on, let me turn this down. There we go. Nice. Nice. Hold on. Let me get situated. All right, we're good. We're good. We're good. Oh, my volume sounds good. Well, I turned it up a little bit, so we'll see. Blake 3 for 20. Yeah. What up, clan? What's up? So we're about to have Nathan Burnett on, which I've always called him Gingy, but I think he changed his name on here. Hi, clan. Hello, Chase. All right, let me do something. Before I put him on, let me bring this up because I don't have anything up. Spurs Summer League. Summer League roster? No. Is there a Summer League stats? That's what I need. Summer League stats. It doesn't really matter, but all right. Wait, no, this is last year. Okay, here we go. Here's this year. There we go. Much better. Much better. I like that much more. Much better. This also shows that we did not have any type of... Wait. Man, Dominic Barlow, he got screwed over. He should have the most blocks. They screwed him over. Okay. So I'm definitely going to have this up. And we're just going to go from player to player. Honestly, some of these guys, I don't even recall watching play. I'll be real with you. I don't even recall watching them play. Yeah, I don't even recall it. Hold on. Let's see. Oh crap! I just realized something. Hold on. The reason why you can't see here. There we go. Fixed it. Yeah. I recorded a video with Impeccable the other day. Yeah, I did a video with Impeccable the other day, and you couldn't. Yeah. Anyways, all right. That's besides the point. All right, let's dive into this. So let me go to my Discord. Let me get rid of this. And yeah, this should be a laid back discussion. Guys, I do not want to be on longer than like 30 to 40 minutes. So we'll see how that goes. Oh crap. I always say that, but who knows? Let's see. Where's my Discord? Here we go. Beautiful. Oh crap. Thank you. New jerseys are great. They are pretty. Let me put the sound in my headphones instead of it popping up right there. All right, cool. All right, we're good. All right, let me dive in here.
There.
What's up, man?
Boy.
Well, let me see if I can I make it bigger?
I got your stream on mute so I can keep up with the chat. So.
Oh,
sorry if I'm echoey. I'm like in a freaking conference room basically on campus.
No, you're all good. What kind of jersey is that? Whose jersey is that?
Oh, bro, you should already know. Let's go.
Primo? That's what I'm talking about.
Yes, sir.
That's what I'm talking about. I literally have Primo myself, but it's not a real jersey. You can't tell, but it's not a real jersey.
Okay. Yeah, man, I'm a huge Primo fan. Like I was talking when DeJounte got traded.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't have a DeJounte jersey. I got a Primo jersey. So you know.
Yeah.
Oh dang! They're looking in the room. They might kick me out. If they kick me out, I'll just find somebody else. But yeah, you want to talk about summer league and stuff?
Yeah, let me see. Oh, they about to kick you out.
I don't know. We'll see. What's up, bud?
The building is closed for the evening.
All right. Do you know somewhere else I can go on campus? Okay, because I'm in a call, so I don't want to be loud in the library.
I see. What's your call?
We're just on Discord. We're just yeah.
It's nice to see you, Nathan. I hope to see you in Japanese.
Yeah, what's up, man? Is it gonna be an issue if I go out of the conference room just right here?
Make sure you leave when you're done. All right.
All right, cool. Yeah, all right. Yeah, no problem. All right, they said I could stay in the room. I just got to make sure I leave everything the way I left it, which obviously I was gonna do. Sorry about that.
That's so dumb. So they were trying to kick you out for like nothing.
Yeah, well, they said that because I'm on campus, and they said that technically this building is closed, but like all the lights are still on. The door was unlocked.
That's dumb. That's dumb. Okay, well, cool. Yeah, that was good. That was smooth. That was really smooth. Yeah, I'm just in Discord.
Yeah, like I didn't want to say like, oh, you know, I'm talking about basketball.
Okay.
Yeah, I would have just lied and been like, oh, you know, I'm on a business call because you know I'm trying to establish the YouTube as a brand. But yeah, man. Speaking of which, like I saw some people confused in the chat, like it is Gingy. You know, y'all have seen me on the channel before, but y'all can still call me Gingy. You know, I'm Gingy on all my platforms like Twitter and all that. But the podcast has always been called like Nathan But Net, because I thought that was sort of a cool name, like Nothing But Net. And the Instagram is Nathan But Net. So I figured it was easier for people to find if I just made the actual channel name the same as the podcast name rather than having like that confusion. So the channel is rebranded as Nathan But Net, but y'all can call me Gingy and all that. Like, I don't care.
Okay. Do you want me to change the title to Gingy or keep it?
Nah, you good, man. Yeah, you can keep it as Nathan But Net. Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
But let's hop into the summer league, man. That's what you said you wanted to talk about. So
yeah, I was thinking that really just to kind of go from player to player. There's a few in particular that I just don't. I can tell you about. Like I watched the games. I watched all three thus far, and I'll still be honest in saying a few of these players I don't even remember what they did. But
yeah, man.
But nonetheless, I think it'll be cool just to go through it. So let me try to do it like that. Yeah, there we go. Beautiful. All right, so let's go and
I'm pulling up stats right now.
Okay, cool. I'll just let you do that. I think that this was a pretty nice summer league thus far. There's been a lot of people overreacting, but I don't know. A lot of times with summer league, I don't necessarily look at the negatives because it's not really necessary. Like it's better just to kind of look at the positives here. Because it's summer league, it's preseason.
Yeah, and I know, like, I just want to get this out the way real quick too. Like I told you, I've been working a lot, so I haven't really caught the games. So I know there's a lot of argument between like eye test and stats.
Yeah.
But I'm looking at the stats and I've been watching the highlights. So I'm just gonna give my thoughts of what I've seen.
Okay.
But just to get that out the way, I haven't seen like the full length games, but I've caught pieces here and there. So I definitely do have sort of my takes here and there on certain players. So
okay, yeah, that works. It's all good. All right, so let's just dive straight into, I think this would be like way too fun. You start with like people we don't really know a ton about. Actually, I'm gonna skip Kyler Edwards because there's nothing there. Javin, you skip that one. Kai Bowman, you skip that one. Woodard. Okay, so from Woodard, is there anything that you saw either through highlights or just in general with the stats that stood out to you? Me personally, I don't know. I don't know if he can make maybe a G League team. I'm just not sure.
I don't know, man. I've mainly been paying attention to, and people are gonna call me a casual, but I've mainly been paying attention to sort of the guys that we drafted, obviously. Yeah. So I've been paying attention a lot to Blake Wesley because Blake Wesley I feel like was really a question mark in the draft because like whenever we drafted him. Even like a lot of the Spurs fans and the announcers were sort of like, he doesn't really have any strengths, but he doesn't really have any weaknesses. He's sort of like just at like average on everything, which like hurts to say, obviously. Yeah. Like I don't want to seem like I'm bad mouthing him. Like he's not bad at anything. It's just there's nothing that he's like crazy good at. Like Malachi, we see him really excel in the mid range a lot. Primo has a really good 3-point, that sort of thing. And Blake Wesley, it's just kind of all over the place. But one thing that I really liked in him, and like you mentioned, I think was he's pretty much the fastest on the court whenever he plays. Like he has a really good motor. And so I think we really saw that in Summer League where he just tried to get open and he just made himself able to shot create wherever he was. Like he he just made sure that he was effective in the play, even though he was a 25, the 25th pick. He was still scoring 20 points, just like Malachi and everybody else, because he was just making sure, I got that energy. I'm going to show I want to be here. I deserve to be a first round draft pick like everybody else, like that sort of thing. That's the sort of energy that I saw. Is he's like, I'm gonna put my all in this, leave my all on the court, and that ended up getting him 20 points the other night. So
yeah, I absolutely hate how some people have reacted to the summer league. Like thus far, I've heard, and obviously we'll talk about Primo, but I've heard a lot of, well, he looks better than Primo, and that is not the case at all. Like from what I've seen from Blake Wesley, I think that he's really being able to show out due to the atmosphere that this is. Like right now, as it stands, it seems like the Spurs in the summer league aren't running a lot of plays. It's a lot of kind of playground. I just want to see what you got, and it's very fast paced. And Blake Wesley, one thing that people don't realize, because they're saying already that Blake Wesley's better than Primo and Malachi, and that's not true. Primo and Malachi, they're pretty established in what their game is, and they're pretty methodical in how they're going to approach the game. So they're going to be a little bit more patient and not as assertive. Blake Wesley, the only reason, or maybe the main reason why he's taking this approach where he's going 120 miles per hour is because, like you said, he's trying to show his worth. He's trying to show that he belongs. And he even said in his workout with the Spurs that the reason why he was so competitive is because he felt like the odd man out. So he went 120 miles per hour. And right now, I think he really has to learn how to hone in on his skills and slow down. But it is so nuts how some of the people, like especially Spurs Twitter, that was so quick just to hop on the Blake Wesley train, which I like Blake Wesley a lot, but he needs a lot of work, and that's fine, but it's going to take some time. Like he went 3 for 20 last game without Primo, but even the game prior to that, he didn't have a good game, but people were kind of enthralled with the athleticism.
Yeah, I just like that's something that's part of San Antonio culture, and I think that's one reason that Brian Wright selected him. Is we have this like culture that you don't have to come in like ready. Like we make you into sort of an NBA player, and not to crap on Luka Samanic for like the millionth time, but that's why we got rid of him. That's what I put in at the end of the Spurs stole the draft video. If you watch that, like I put at the end, I was like, I mentioned all the things they're good at, all the things they're weak at, and I was like, I haven't even mentioned the biggest part. And at the end of the video, I was like, all these guys have fantastic work ethics, which we didn't see in some players like Luka Samanic, which is why we got rid of him. And it's especially in Blake Wesley. Like, again, I'm not putting Blake Wesley above like Malachi or Primo or anything, but just like in his work ethic and what I think if he wants to improve in a certain area, I can easily see him being, one of the first ones in the gym, which may not necessarily mean that he's going to be the greatest, but he's definitely going to be one of the harder working people, in my opinion, up there with Primo as well, because I definitely see Primo doing the same thing.
Yeah, well, like someone said in the chat, you can't really teach that athleticism. And I would say with all confidence in the world that Blake Wesley is the most athletic player on this team, like easy. His first step is ridiculous, quickness ridiculous. Like he has a lot of things that's great, but he's going to have to find his pace. And right now, how he plays, I was very confused. It kind of gave me the whole vibe of all the Spurs fans that wanted us to just get Jalen Duren. Like it was like, no, we need to just get Jalen Duren. It's like, yeah, it's fun to watch. He can dunk. He's athletic. And I know that someone like Sohan isn't as fun as far as like flashiness or dunking on people or anything. But at the same time, like, let's calm down. Like, I think Blake Wesley's going to be a fine player, but as it stands right now, he needs a lot of work. And he knows out of the people that were drafted, he will be the quickest one to Austin, and he knows that. That's why he played that way.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about too, because it's like, even though this draft was stacked. Like the announcer said multiple times that any like 15th pick could have been like a first pick in another draft. Like this draft was deep, but it seems like with any draft, if you're anywhere like after 23rd or something, You usually end up in the G League, which is disappointing. But yeah, man. And with the whole Jalen Duren thing, you know, I mentioned in the video, I had sort of a repeat of last year where I was like, we didn't take Duren. Like this last year, I was like, we didn't take Kai Jones, but you know, I like Malachi. I like Primo. You know, I just dropped a video the other day where I wanted to make sort of an edit of the guys, so I made that mini movie that I dropped. But I'm so excited, man. I saw your Twitter post where you were like, "We're gonna lose. Why are you still excited?" Or something. It was the Patrick meme. Yeah, it was like, dude, I'm so excited because it's like, I saw somebody in the chat said Primo will never be DeJounte. Like that's the point. That is the point, because I mean, not to take it into the DeJounte trade discussion, because this is about Summer League, but the reason we did all that and the reason we're focused on rebuilding when people said we were already in a rebuild is, I hate to say it, guys, I love DeJounte, but we can't rebuild around him. Like,
no,
he's not going to be. He's not going to, if DeJounte is your number one player, it's not going to be a championship team. He can be a good piece on a championship team, but he's not going to be the number one player on the championship team. And I saw a really good comparison the other day that was like, Spurs fans, it said something like casual Spurs fans need to see into the future, because if we hadn't traded DeJounte, we would have ended up like Portland. And I think that's a perfect comparison, because we would have kept giving DeJounte more and more money, and he would have been our Damian Lillard, that is just like our franchise player, has a bunch of money and can put up stats, but the furthest we would go is like a first round exit, because we wouldn't have the cap space and the salary to give to anybody else, because we keep paying DeJounte.
It would have been worse than that, because DeJounte is not as good as Dame.
Yeah, like, but I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we would have kept like giving DeJounte more and more and more raises, just like Dame signed like $105 million contract, whatever it was, for like two. I forget what the contract is. Forgive me. I don't watch Portland as much as I do the Spurs, but like we would have done the same thing with DeJounte. We would have he would have kept getting more and more and more contract extensions and all that, and we would have had no money to pay like Primo or somebody like our other draft picks, or had cap space to bring another big in or anything like that. So I'm really excited for us to develop Primo, us to develop Malachi, and just I think this could be a really good team with all the pieces that we have now. Everybody has sort of their strengths and weaknesses. Like, you know, you and me have both talked about Sohan's defense, Malachi's mid-range, and yeah.
You know, kind of the segue, because someone in the chat said, why'd you block me on IG for changing the group chat's name to Primo Bust? Well, you just answered your own question.
Just answer your question, bro. I'm over here and literally wearing like a Primo jersey. Like, what do you expect? Primo, I'm more hyped for Primo than I ever would have been about DeJounte. And I'm sorry to you DJ fans, but I love Primo so freaking much.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's just transition to Primo, because I saw this earlier in the chat that someone said Primo sucks. You suck, by the way. But yeah, like Josh Primo. Okay, what are your thoughts? And I'll give mine after you. Like, how do you feel about him?
Oh, dude, I know this is like a super exaggeration, but I'm ready for him to be the new franchise player. Like, forget DeJounte. I'm all on the Primo train. I want to start. I want to start seeing him, just like in my thumbnail I made. I want to see him, Sohan, and Malachi on like our branding, just like Tim Duncan, Manu, and Parker, bro. Like, I want to see them three. I want them to be the new big three. I don't know if they'll ever get to that level, obviously, but that is my personal dream, is just to see those three be the new forefront of the Spurs. I love Primo, man. I like seeing him get minutes, and I think that obviously trading DeJounte, he's going to get more minutes as a guard, and we can really start to see him develop. He was out there shooting threes. He was passing to Blake Wesley. Like I said, when Blake Wesley was open on the three, you know, they're both getting 20 points a game, and I know everybody's like, oh, you know, it's summer league. People are saying the same thing about Chet Holmgren right now. Chet Holmgren's literally averaging a double-double in summer league right now, and everybody's like, oh, it's summer league. But it's like, it may be summer league, but that's still technically NBA level basketball. You aren't gonna go up to Luka in the Euro League and be like, oh, you're just playing in the Euro League. It's like Euro League is the second best league in the world behind the NBA.
Well, I was gonna say this. Talking about leagues, like a lot of people go so crazy when it comes to like Josh Primo saying his stats were so bad last season. It's like, okay, first and foremost, he's 18. He was 18. Now he's 19. He's like a kid. But not only that, if you compare him, and this is what Swiss Shield did. Like I was talking to him, and he was like, dude, if you compare his stats in G League or even head to head versus Dyson Daniels, who was the 8th overall pick, you would see that Josh Primo is better than him. So theoretically, if he would have went straight to the G League, let's say after his first college year, and he's like, I'm gonna go to the G League for a year, then he would have had, if you compare the two, he would have more than likely had an opportunity to be the top 5 pick. More than likely, he would have been a top 5 pick in this draft. So maybe top 5, top 6, but he would have been up there. So I think that that's a good way of looking at it, because a lot of people that are so quick to talk about his stats and how he's trash, and it's like, you got to kind of compare him, because he came to the NBA very early. He got to college early, then he came to the NBA early. And yeah, the Spurs saw something, and I see it as well. He's a 3-level scorer. He has stupid maturity for his age. He can play defense. He can make really good reads. Like there's nothing in his game that I see where I'm like, oh, that is just a huge flaw. I don't see it. I think that if he hones in on it, dude, he could be a star, like a serious star.
Yeah, man. And I was gonna go into like the same thing. Like you were comparing him to other draft picks. Like I know we lost like a few of our summer games. Oh, excuse me. I had like a little mini burp.
Yeah, no, you.
I've been out. I know you're a Spurs fan, man, but be glad you're not living in San Antonio. It is 109 degrees outside. I have downed 5 Gatorades in the last hour.
What does it feel like?
Stay hydrated.
What does it feel?
Dude, I work outside, and it's 109. Like I can't even explain it, dude. It's like it'll be like 2 in the afternoon, and you want to fall asleep because you're just so dehydrated and exhausted.
Oh my god, I'm looking at it right. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, man. But anyway, that's why I had like a little like mini burp. So excuse me, because again, I'm drinking like. I'll show it on camera, not sponsored. I've had 3 of these.
Oh wow.
It's like Pedialyte, so yeah, it's like you get crazy like hydration stuff.
Yeah,
but
oh my goodness.
Yeah, somebody said in the chat the SA Heat is a challenge, first-hand experience. 106 in Austin. Yeah,
oh
but
my god.
But anyway, before I got sidetracked into weather talk, is like I like how you were comparing him to other draft picks, because that was like one of the things I was gonna bring up is like even when we didn't get Jalen Duren, I was thinking, we still have 3 picks. We can still get a big and have Sohan and Malachi. Like we can get EJ Liddell, we can get Tari. And then you look at the games, and even though we're losing games, our players are scoring as much, if not more, than some of the other picks. Like we were scoring, like Primo, Malachi scoring 8, or Blake Wesley scoring 18, 20 points a night, and then Tari was scoring 14. Freaking, we scored more than Jabari Smith. Jabari Smith was the number 3 pick.
Yeah, See, that's something too that like people don't really think about. Like if you look at Josh Primo, the reason why Josh Primo, even in this summer league, because people are like, he looks like he's the rookie. It's like, oh my god, you're so dumb. If you pay attention, Josh Primo, like I said earlier, he's more methodical. He needs an offense that's a little more, calm. Not everyone trying to get, their shine. And right now, Blake Wesley's the one that's trying to get his shine. Malachi's the exact same way. And hence, Jabari Smith is the exact same way. That's why he doesn't look like, even though he will be, one of the best players, or, especially rookies in this upcoming year, but he didn't necessarily look like it, or hasn't looked like it through this summer league, because that's not who he is. He's more poised, and Josh Primo's poised, and Malachi's poised. So you can't really take these games like and get so wrapped into them. I just sit back and I say, what are these players doing well? And I kind of leave it there. I mean, it's nothing really to get too upset about.
Yeah, man. And like, I'm watching the chat, and the same guy keeps saying Primo's a bust. Like, I thought it was
trolling.
like I thought it was a bunch of people at first, but it's like the same guy.
Yeah,
But
trolling.
I want to bring that up though, because freaking The Athletic, who like you've read a bunch of articles from on on your channel and stuff like that. Like, there's been a lot of good athletic articles and a lot of bad athletic articles, but I saw one the other day that said redrafting the 2021 draft. And I was like, oh, okay, Primo's done really good. Maybe he's moved up in the draft, you know? Let's check this out. You know, he was number 12 before. Maybe he moved up to number 10 or number 9 or so. Guess where they have Primo at, bro?
Where they have him?
Not only did he not move up, they moved him from the 12th pick to the 21st.
To the 21st?
Yes, bro. The Athletic said that Primo should have been drafted at like 21.
Wait, so they look like now today they look back and said that's where he should be.
They said it's redrafting the 2021.
Who's
I don't know if
better,
you can pull it up. But
yeah, I'm gonna look it up. I mean, who's better than Primo that came after him?
I don't know, bro. But they kept putting like they had like it was such a dumb article because they had like Dyson Daniels or something at like number 5.
Is it
or
SI?
Not Dyson Daniels. Who am I thinking of?
Is it SI? SI?
No, it's the Athletic.
Oh, the Athletic.
Because it was the $1 a month subscription, and I remember it was like the Athletic. But
Oh, here it is.
I'll tell y'all a little secret about the Athletic, by the way, guys.
What's up?
I just want to preface this in case like some cop is watching. I totally 100% paid for the article and definitely did not use this trick. If you go to the Athletic articles on mobile, you can press the AA in the top right of Safari, and it'll pull up a reader mode, and it'll all be text, so you don't get a paywall.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I'm looking through here. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
I'm waiting for it to pull up on your stream, but yeah, you see how like whack the freaking draft was, because they still have Cade Cunningham at number 1 too, which honestly, like, I don't know if I would have had Cade at number 1, and they dropped chopped Jalen Green down to like number 4 or something, if I remember.
Oh, here it is. Yeah, dude, they didn't even number him 21. It's just the others. Like, he's just in the list of the others.
It just says the others, and I think if I read it, it said something like I would be surprised if Primo went like after 15 or out of the lottery or something like that.
Okay, this is just one dude, I guess. I've never been as in on Primo as the Spurs were, largely because of some of his concerns he has in terms of athleticism and frame. What is that? What are they talking about?
I guess
That's
they're
a
talking about.
concern?
I guess they're talking about because he was 18 and he's skinny.
That's
but
so
like
dumb.
You've made a bunch of videos about the fact that freaking Primo grew like 3 inches and he's putting on muscle. Because again, San Antonio has such a good development staff that like we're beefing up our players. So, and that goes back to the thing that we said earlier, where people are like, you know, you can't teach athleticism, and it's like you can't teach athleticism, but I'll be damned if the Spurs don't put you into the weight room like 4 days a week.
Yeah. Good God, this is terrible. Yeah, this is just dumb. Okay, well, yeah, that I don't. His opinion's dumb. Okay, well, sure. Okay, so Blake Wesley, we're both high on him. You know,
Malachi, I'm really high on too, man.
Malachi, yeah, we'll talk about Malachi. So what is it about Malachi that really stands out to you?
I don't know, man. I don't want to sound like a broken record. I don't want to sound like I'm just like regurgitating all the things that you've said, but I really like his mid-range game. I like the way that he can, you know, we were just talking about frame, but Malachi can really use his body to get through the paint and everything, which is really exciting, especially if we do end up getting a big, like I saw somebody say in the chat, like, oh, it isn't worth losing if we don't get a number 5 pick by like 2024 or something. Guys, Victor Wembanyama next year. I don't want to get my hopes up, but
he's ridiculous.
Yeah, but I made in that video that I put, I was like, yo, if we have Primo and Wesley on the 3, Malachi in the mid-range, Victor in the paint, and then we also have Victor and Sohan on defense.
Oh my god.
Like, bro, imagine Sohan and Victor both on defense.
Yeah.
Like that'd be nuts. But I really enjoy just Malachi getting through the paint. And I think if we increase his frame a lot, it would be really good. And I completely just lost my train of thought.
Well, I was gonna say the only like if I'm doing any type of criticism, and there's only one, and it's not that big a deal. But as it stands right now, I'm not crazy. I mean, he has defensive upside, but I think that defense is what he's really gonna have to work on. But everything else is like.
Yeah,
he can be a 3-level scorer. He has high IQ. The competitiveness is definitely there. That's kind of sad just seeing EJ Liddell in this highlight reel.
Yeah.
But yeah, like
I was gonna say, like EJ Liddell, like I was hype on him getting him or Tari, but again, like we scored more than Tari and we scored more than EJ, even though EJ unfortunately ended up getting injured, which I don't wish on anybody. But
yeah. But I'll say this about Malachi: he has the best shooting stroke on this team. Like easy. Yeah. It is so freaking pure. One thing that impressed me about him the most, and even through these summer league games, really, is he plays it well when you see him as a freshman, but he played kind of like a senior, man. He plays way above his age group, and that's definitely what I see from Primo as well. See, that's why I look at Blake Wesley and it's like, no, he plays like his age, but he has stupid athleticism, so that's his upside. But then when I look at Malachi, it's like, oh, I mean, he's not stupid athletic, he's more of like sneaky athletic. But I will sit back and say, yeah, he plays way above his age, like very high IQ player, very smart, and he gets to his spots, and that's one thing that you're just gonna really need, especially if you're going against tougher teams. I'm just thinking like years down the line, if we're in the playoffs or something, and you just can't buy a bucket. I mean, you need a guy you can just kind of dump it off to and say, hey, get to your spot, make something happen. And I think Malachi can be that player. He's shown a lot of glimpses of that even early on. So,
yeah, man. Like exactly like you said. Like I've heard he's a freshman that plays like a senior a bunch of times. And as much like crap as people give First Take with like Stephen A. Smith and all that, they asked who do you think the biggest sleeper is, and they actually said Malachi, because he was in. Everybody was surprised whenever he got picked at 20, but this was even before the draft. They were saying he was a sleeper because like in the mock drafts he was like he was around like 12th or something, and people were saying he should be top 10 at least.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, man, again, I just lost my train of thought. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
He First Take, they were all hype about him, and I'm just really excited to see him because, again, I like his frame, and I think he can get through the paint, and which is something that we've needed because, again, everybody's talking about, we need forwards, we don't need guards and all that. So he can really use his body to get through the paint and everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I completely agree. Oh my God, guys, we're talking about Malachi, and the same person and Dan are sitting here saying that Primo's trash. You know what? Maybe you guys are just trash. Like, you guys are really trash. You guys are spoiled milk. You guys are awful. I would trade you for another fan group. You guys are awful. I hate you. All right, so let's go ahead and move on. So let's see.
One of the things, I don't know if this is what you wanted to move on to, but I was going to talk about Dyson Days, or whatever his name is.
Darius Days.
People were Darius Days. My bad. Yeah. I was mixing up Dyson Daniels and Darius Days. Because people were saying before I even joined, like, oh, we need to sign Days and like all that. So I was just going to talk about that unless you got something else.
No, I was going to move on to Darius Days and then Don Barlow. So those are my last two. But yeah, what's up?
Okay, cool. So I actually hadn't watched any of Darius Days. So as soon as I saw his name in the chat, I actually started like looking at his highlights, like while I was waiting for you to join and everything. Mm-hmm. So if I say anything dumb, please forgive me, because this is literally just off of like a couple minutes of watching highlights.
No, you're good.
But he's a forward, but I didn't really see that many highlights of him going through the paint. It says he's a forward in his stats, but he seemed like he was just shooting a lot of threes, which his threes are really good, and he's scoring about 11 points a game according to his stats. But I will say there is one thing that really concerns me, and I don't know if you saw this. I didn't watch the summer league, so if his summer league was different, forgive me. But I was watching his LSU highlights, and this is what I saw. So he seems to clap for the ball a lot, which really worried me, because in this summer league, like again with Blake Wesley and Malachi, like scoring 20 points and everything, we really make a point about like sharing the ball and passing the ball and just making plays based on who's open and setting people up and everything like that. And it seemed like Darius would just sort of like run to the 3-point and then just like go like this, be like, give me the ball.
Is this summer league highlights or this is LSU?
This is LSU.
Okay.
So if it's different in summer league, forgive me, but this is what I saw in like LSU is like he would just be like, give me the ball, and that really concerns me because again, like San Antonio, we have a team culture, we have a like work ethic culture, we have a teamwork culture, we have a family culture, and I've probably said family like 2 or 3 times already, but we work as a team, and we really need to move together as a group. We don't want like Blake Wesley and Malachi to stay here and Primo to go here. Yeah. And we don't want the other thing to happen. We want to progressively move up together. And seeing him sort of like call for the ball was really concerning for me because I feel like that sort of disrupts that. And that was one of my main issues that I had with Banchero as well. Before he was drafted is whenever I would watch him play at Duke, he wouldn't really do anything off the ball except for just ask for the ball. He would just be like, but of course Banchero is the number 1 pick, but he didn't really do anything off ball.
I'll say this, that was definitely not the case, especially summer league. As far as like what type of player I'll say this first because this might ease your nerves a little bit. His favorite team that he announced in college is actually the Spurs. So he absolutely loves the Spurs. Now, the way that he was playing in the summer league with us, I was actually taken aback by it because he's one of the players that definitely has something to prove. And I would have expected him to go out there and just really like beg for the ball, throw up bad shots, just try his best to be seen. But that was not the case. Every single shot that he took was a good shot. Every single read that he made was a good read. He played hard in the paint as far as trying to get rebounds. He's going to be a little limited because he's kind of weird because he's one of those guys that has like a big frame. Like I think he's about 240 pounds, but he's 6'7", and it's just going to be a little weird. But other than that, I think that he played really, really great. Kind of more of a and this might sound weird, but kind of a Draymond Green type role if he could shoot threes. Like it was kind of that. Like he was doing a little bit of doing a little bit of everything, more of kind of a glue guy. I thought that he played, especially just summer league. That's just what I'm going off of. I think he played very well. He was one of the shining stars. I would definitely say, I don't mean star like literally, but I would definitely say that I would want the San Antonio Spurs to try to make room for him. As it stands right now, it'd be really hard to. But I really want us to kind of make a trade or, get rid of a spot and put him on the team because I really do like what he brings. But as far as like if you're worried whether or not he's selfish or anything, it was none of that in the summer league. I didn't see any of that. He wasn't begging for the ball. He wasn't hogging the ball. Every single and I mean this. I really believe this. Every single play he made was a good play. He had one or maybe a couple where he bid on pump fakes, but other than that, I thought he was pretty flawless. And he seems down to earth and seems pretty smart. And also the highlights. I'm assuming you're looking at his senior year, maybe.
Let me check. I can pull up my history real quick.
Yeah, because if it's his senior, maybe it was rightfully so. I don't know that he wanted to.
Yeah, it makes sense if like he's the best on that LSU team that he would like ask for the ball, but it was just something that I saw watching his LSU highlights, so that's why it worried me. Yeah, it says Darius Days, LSU, 2021 to 2022.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah. Well, he's definitely a stretch. He was one of the most reliable. Let me see. Do they even have it on here? He was definitely one of the most reliable 3-point shooters on the team.
Yeah, I was looking at his stats. He had it was 35, if I remember.
Yeah, 37%.
Oh, dang. Okay. I was looking at basketball reference.
Yeah, he had 5 3-point attempts per game thus far. So, yeah, he's played phenomenal, and a double-double, I think, right? Let me see. Yeah, 13.7 points per game with 10 rebounds. But yeah, and the thing is too, even the role that they have him in isn't necessarily ideal. There's plenty of times we had to put him at center, and I don't necessarily think that'll be the case if he does make it on our official roster. But yeah, no issues with Darius Days. I'm actually really excited for him. And he showed no selfishness tendencies at all. Like he was pretty awesome. He had the highest field goal percentage too. Apparently, I didn't know that. 55%. So
yeah.
Okay. So
that's good. I mean, because I feel like we definitely had a unique sort of atmosphere as well in Summer League, because I talked about one of my very earliest videos. I think it literally came out the same time around the Primo video did. Whenever you reacted to that, which is a year ago at this point. But I talked about the 2020 Summer League and the way that it was sort of a unique dynamic, because in Summer League, a lot of the time you're not, and this is gonna sound weird, but again, you'll just have to watch that video to kind of get more as to what I'm talking about. But the Summer League, even though you're playing as a team, you're sort of competing against your own roster as well, because it can be the determining factor of who goes to the G League, who gets a 10-day contract, who moves up to the actual NBA roster, sort of thing, But in the 2020 Summer League, I saw the poll that you just put up. In the 2020 Summer League, because of COVID and everything, everybody sort of had a roster spot already once they had gotten into Summer League. So there wasn't really much competition between roster spots, and everybody just got to play as an actual team on the Summer League. And I feel like some of the lower seeded teams that most of their team is made up of draft picks now, like the Spurs and the Rockets and stuff like that, we didn't really see that, because again, it's everybody that's playing in the Summer League right now pretty much is has a spot. Primo, I'm sure Malachi, Malachi will probably obviously they're not gonna be starters, but the only person we're really 50-50 on maybe is still Blake Wesley, if he's gonna go to the G League or be a bench player, Yeah. So we didn't really see that. We didn't have to compete between rosters, and that goes into the whole thing again, is we're trying to grow as a group here. So that was really exciting. So I think that the Spurs definitely were unique in that aspect, where we could pass the ball around and create opportunities for other people, rather than being it's time for me to make a highlight Summer League play, So
yeah. I was actually honestly, the only player, well, Jordan Hall kind of did this too, but the only player that really went out there and played maybe a little bit outside of what they should have, played a little, selfishly a little bit, was probably Blake Wesley, which it wasn't even a bad thing, because it seems as if the coach kind of wanted him to do that as well. They put him at point guard at times, was just go at it. But yeah, Blake Wesley, he was the only one. Everyone else kind of, for the most part, tried to play within themselves, which leads me to the last person that I want to ask you about, because I talked about him previously, and I did like him, and I even watched a full-on game of his with overtime.
Who is it again?
Dominique Barlow, because this previous, because I know you said you didn't really get to see the Summer League that much.
Yeah, let me see, look him up real quick.
Yeah, because he was one that I felt like, and obviously we just gave him a two-way, but he was one of the players where I sat back and I was very impressed. He was very similar to Darius Days in that he didn't necessarily.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, he didn't necessarily try to show out at all. Like, he just played his game. He played within himself. But one thing that I found super impressive was the first game, he was biting a lot. They moved him to center, and that's where he had to play. But he was biting on every pump fake. It was like, oh yeah, you look like a rookie. And then the second game, he bit on one pump fake, but everything else was really great defense. And then the third game, really great defense. And the crazy thing is, his competition got worse. Like, not worse, but like better. Because the second game, he had to go against Kuminga. And then the third game, he had to go against Jabari Smith. And so even though the challenge got a little tougher, he looked as if he was getting better. And I just love that he played within himself the entire time. And it wasn't one time where I sat back and I was like, oh yeah, he looks like a rookie. At one point, he looked like he's a pretty smart, good player. He's definitely a project. I don't know where he'll end up, being, what type of player he'll be, but I really like Don Barlow. His defense was really good, in my opinion.
Yeah. You probably saw me like on stream, like go like this. Like that was me looking at his stats, like freaking.
Yeah.
I looked at his against the Rockets, 13 points, 5 rebounds, and then whenever I said "oh wow" while you were talking, it's because I literally just typed it in Dominic Barlow. The very first thing on Google is spent the 2021-2022 season playing with the Overtime Elite League with Team Overtime, averaging 14.8 points, 5.9 rebounds, 1.2 blocks, and 1.08 steals. God, bro.
And I think, and this might be me just, using some conjecture. I think the biggest reason why he went undrafted was just because he was an Overtime Elite. Like, people just didn't know what to expect since he's the first player to be signed from Overtime Elite. And on top of it, I think that league only allows like 16 to 19-year-olds to play in it. So it's kind of one of those things where you sit back and you're like, is he worth it? You don't really know. But from what I'm seeing, he could definitely be a diamond in the rough. And his defense is really, really solid. I was highly impressed by Dominic Barlow. So I definitely want to see what happens with him going forward. But in the summer league thus far, he's been another one where he really stood out to me. Him and Darius Days. I really like them.
He's definitely one that I'll do more research on. Like, because I know Kendrick Perkins and all them during the draft were like, oh, we're seeing more of an emergence of the G League route rather than the college route. But I only ever see G League Ignite get drafted. Like, that's the only team I ever see. So,
I think Overtime Elite, let me see. It became, when did it even become a league, the Overtime? Does anyone in the chat know? Let me see. What if I can look that up?
I know Swiss Steel's in the chat. He said Summer League's a playground environment. Poised players don't get to showcase as much as they're capable of up there. Even Banchero didn't score one half of what he's capable because guys didn't give him the ball. So it's that goes into like what I was saying is like people are going to try to boost up themselves more than their team in the Summer League. But I feel like the Spurs, we didn't have to worry about that. Yeah. So it became Dominic Barlow. Sorry.
Oh no! I was just saying it launched in 2021, so it's brand new, like brand spanking new. So that's why he went undrafted, in my opinion. That's what I think. He should have went drafted, especially if was it Max Christie goes drafted? Yeah, he should have been drafted. I don't care. Yeah. What were you gonna say? I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say like Dominic Barlow. Like I said he scored 13 against the Rockets and he had 14 in that league, and then on the Spurs Summer League. He had 9 points with only 21 minutes. So, I mean, going from a 16 to 19 league to G League, like, that's a pretty stable shift. Like, he didn't go from 14 points to, like, 3 points. You know what I mean? So, he still kept, like, his stats pretty stable, making that adjustment. So
he went to I didn't even know. You said you went to the G League?
I said G League, but I meant Overtime. My bad.
Oh, okay, yeah. No,
I was mixing the two up. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. No, he's dope, man. I really like him. I think that we have a very bright future.
Yeah, man.
And I really think if people just kind of not get too upset with this upcoming season, because we're gonna be trash, but I am just ready for Twitter to go crazy and say how everyone on the team is trash, and it's like, no, they're just young, and we're just not necessarily good enough. I feel like this season can go either one or two ways, and either one is good for me. Like, either you can lose a lot and try to go after Victor, that's cool with me, or if
I want to do that,
yeah, but if this team, how it's constructed right now, makes a play-in or makes the playoffs, which not capable of doing, but if they did that, then I'm good. Like, I'll take any type of lottery pick. We already got our guy, we already got it. But yeah, those are my thoughts on it.
Everybody on Twitter is gonna be dogging the Spurs, man, saying that we're trash and the rebuild is failing and trading DeJounte was the worst decision ever. And then me, you, and Switchy will be the three guys in the back making tweets like, did you see that Primo highlight? The way he dished it out to Malachi. We the top dogs. We coming.
Dude, me and Swish was talking about this. We were talking about like everyone was saying how terrible Josh Primo was in game 2. Oh, he was so awful. By the way, he had COVID, so like screw all you guys. But like,
he's in health and safety protocol now.
Yeah, so. he was literally sick during that game, like literal Jordan flu game. Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say he had his own flu game.
literal flu game. But when I was watching it, I was like, yo, he made some really good reads. Like he made one read to Don Barlow that was a bullet, like Manu Ginobili bullet to him. That was in clutch situation, and Don Barlow dropped it. But like he did a lot of things that were, very, very good. I mean, very good. So, but hey, people are gonna hate regardless, I guess. But well, man, is there anything else you want to discuss? I just wanted to talk about Summer League with you a little bit and catch up and everything.
Nah, man. I mean, I saw Joe Newton in the chat real quick said Barlow is a gym rat. All of our young guys are. Like I touched on that earlier. Like I love the work ethic of our guys, and yeah, man. I don't have anything else. Do you want me to just friggin' shout out the socials and peace out or what?
Yeah, dude. Where can they find you?
So the best place to find me would be Nathan Butnett. It's now called officially on YouTube. So Nathan Butnett, I do a lot of Spurs videos just like Clan, but I focus on other teams as well. I've made some videos about the Warriors, the Celtics, the Lakers, like everybody. So I saw Clan already linked it in the description, so shout out to him. And obviously Swiss Eel has collabed with Clan a few times, and I've collabed with Swiss Eel. So we're a good trifecta of guys, even if like you don't see me on Clan's channel or anything that much. Like the three of us are always talking and stuff.
Yeah, man.
So I DM Swiss Eel memes all the time. Like I trash talk Doc Rivers with Swiss Eel on the daily. So but yeah, man, Nathan Butnett is my main thing on YouTube, and that's pretty much it. If you really do want to follow me on anything else, which honestly I self-admittedly am not really active on anything else besides YouTube, but if you do by chance want to follow me on other stuff, it's Nathan Butnett on Instagram as well. My Twitch, I stream some games sometimes, so it's Easy Gingy on Twitch, and like all those links are on the YouTube. So if you go to the YouTube and go to About, it has like all those links already. So yeah, but Nathan Butnett, I won't keep talking. I've already talked about it enough. So Nathan Butnett on YouTube. Yeah,
man. Yeah, I really.
Swiss Eel even admitted it. He says my DMs are always open for Doc Rivers trash talk.
Yeah, man. I really appreciate you coming through. I think this was a really good discussion. Obviously, like as the season go on, I'll have you on again. We'll talk about stuff, but.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's not a lot going on in the Spurs community, but this was fun to talk about nonetheless. So, but
yeah, man, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you coming through, and but yeah, I'll just get with you later, okay?
Yeah, for sure. I enjoyed it a lot. I'll talk to you later, man. Peace out.
All right. Such a nice young man, isn't he? Such a nice young man. All right, guys, let's look at the poll. Let's see. I know that we were debating in the chat if Josh Primo was trash or not, but I like this poll a little bit better. So who is winning trash? Oh, Dro, you got him. Dro. Oh, you're beating out Dan for the biggest piece of trash. I don't know, guys. I will vote for Dan. I think Dan's the biggest piece of trash. I don't know who's more garbage. At the very least, they're garbage fans. I don't know. You guys are awful, though. Clan, did you see the video of Sohan trash talking Ty? You know I saw the video. You know I saw the video of... Look, let me show you something. Hold on. Let me show you something. Did I see the video? Let me show you something. Watch this. Watch this. Check this out. Look at this. Watch. Oh, crap. I had to go to manage video. Yeah, check this out. Watch this. Look. Look what's already recorded. Look at that. Of course I saw it. It's already recorded. I haven't put it out yet. But yeah, Jeremy Sohan trolls Ty Washington mid-game. Yeah, I see. You know, I see everything. I see everything, guys. I don't miss anything. There's nothing. Anything you bring up in the chat, I've seen it. I saw it 2 days ago. I saw it 10 days ago. I saw it 3 years ago. Anything. I see everything. Clan was up late under the covers watching that video. I had my belly down, feet up in the bed watching it. I need to fix something. Let's fix the chat. That's what I need to fix. And I need to... There we go. So we can see it. There we go. Much better. Jaden Hardy. What about Jaden Hardy? He does look good. Dude, I think we dodged a bullet. Like, we literally dodged a freaking bullet with the whole Dyson Daniels and EJ thing. Because a lot of fans wanted EJ. A lot of mock drafts had us taking EJ. And then Dyson Daniels, literally a pick before us. Both of which are injured. We dodged a bullet. What? Great show, guys. Oh, Joe Newton. Nathan Bucket Net. What? What do you think about Donovan Mitchell new? Wait. Okay, I see everything Spurs related, but not everything. Wasn't it something where he want to go to Portland, or didn't Dwayne, not Portland, Miami? Dwayne Wade said something about him coming to Miami. Where is it? Crap, I spelled Donovan wrong. Donovan Mitchell layup. Why is that on here? Oh, is this today? This is yesterday. NBA execs believe Donovan Mitchell will be available for trade at some point. I mean, I don't care to have, like, I don't have to have Donovan Mitchell. Yeah, I'm okay with not having Donovan Mitchell. Is that the question? I don't want Donovan Mitchell. I'm okay. I'm good. Especially trading him in this season, it just seems kind of counter productive, you know, especially what we're trying to do. It doesn't make a lot of sense. I wouldn't take him. Today announced the Jazz are actively looking to trade. Oh, so now it's actively looking for trades. Okay, so that's a little different. Here it is. Rival teams say the Jazz are showing a willingness to listen to possible trade scenarios for All-Star guard. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, why are we worried about it? What can we offer? We can't offer anything up. Like, we literally can offer nothing. Also, that does make sense for Utah Jazz, though, because they're definitely about to, like, fully rebuild. But, like, I wouldn't give them anything. No, heck no. I like Donovan Mitchell, don't get me wrong, but, like, no, I think we'll be okay. I don't want anybody that's I need to fully see before we can, like, make any decisions on what we need to do or who needs to go. We need to fully know what we have, and I still don't think the Spurs fully know what they have. I thought that this previous season would be one where we can sit back and we can make those decisions, but not really. Like, it was mostly the DJ show, and he was doing the exact same thing that we kind of needed DeMar DeRozan to do, which is just save us at the end. We didn't really get to, yeah. I still need to see playmaking from Devin Vassell. I want to see what a offense driven by Josh Primo will look more like. Obviously, it's going to be a little messy since he's so young, but yeah. Yeah, as a Mavs fan, I'm not sure if the Spurs are in that direction. Maybe the Jazz also join the Victor sweepstakes. Yeah, more than likely, that's probably what it is. I just don't see. Yeah, it just doesn't make a lot of sense. Also, you got to keep in mind, because this is one thing to keep in mind. Donovan Mitchell, he's their franchise player. Okay, they're not going to give him up for nothing. So we're going to have to give up a pretty penny, especially since we can't offer any type of player or anything. Like, we're going to have to give up a pretty penny if we were to get involved in that. And then not only that, you know, a lot of times they ask these players how do they feel about certain teams. You think Donovan Mitchell want to come to San Antonio? I don't want to come to San Antonio. If we don't get the #1 pick, is it a fail? I don't know yet. I'm not going to worry about that. Honestly, I have to. I haven't really looked into next draft as much. I talked to Swishhill about it quite a bit. He's like very into draft prospects, and from my understanding, there's a lot of high value talent in this upcoming draft, but in the lottery. So if we don't get #1, we're probably still fine. Like, it's still going to be some really great players. But Victor Wembanyama, I mean, it's just one of those things. It's literally just one of those things. Like, it's luck, you know. You can, at the very least, if we tank, we'll at least get a top pick. Okay, we won't have these like end of the lottery picks, which isn't great for like every year. Okay, it's great. It's great for years like this previous year, where like there were so many great players, but usually it's not great to be at the end of the lottery all the time. But yeah, honestly, don't want him. I feel personality wise he doesn't fit. Donovan Mitchell, what do you think about Sexton? I still want Sexton, but I just don't know. Honestly, I think what the Spurs are doing is what they should do. Just sit back, relax, you know, don't necessarily get too involved with, you know, trying to bring a lot of talent to your team. Just see what happens with the KD and Kyrie thing. Be that one team, because it literally, this is the cool thing, right? I don't believe a KD and Kyrie trade can happen without us. And that gives us a ton of leverage, like a lot of leverage. If it can't happen without us, we're good, because they're going to have to dump off Westbrook, and there's literally no other team that can do it. I mean, they'll have to move quite a few pieces. There's literally no other team that can do it. We're the only team right now with the cap space that literally we could send out like Josh Richardson or Jakob Poeltl or something like that to the Lakers, take on Westbrook. We'll have enough cap space with that, buy him out, and then try to get from a third team, try to get as many picks as we can, and maybe even the 2 picks from the Lakers. Like, that's the best case scenario here. And I think that a lot of teams are calling the Spurs, because we're the ones that has the most leverage as far as making this thing happen. And we're not easy to work with, especially when it comes to the Lakers. So they're gonna have to give us something. Absorb a bad contract and get back 5 first. Let's go. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I just joined the stream, but I had a question for you. How are you liking Darius Days? I'm a big LSU fan, so I just want to hear from a Spurs fan perspective. I absolutely love Darius Days. I've been you know, I don't want to toot my own horn or anything, but like toot. That was corny. Anyways, but yeah, I've been huge on Darius Days. I actually was talking about Darius Days before the summer league started, like when we were getting ready to get into it. I don't know if I was live or I don't think I was live. I think it was in a video, and I was like, guys, look out for Darius Days. Let me see if I can find it. I'm gonna toot my own horn. I don't care. Hold on, let's see. Which video would it have been? Spurs perfect situation. Lonnie Walker joined the dark side. Which one would it have been? Should Spurs make any more trades? Spurs Summer League is going to be fun. Oh, yeah, it's this one. Hold on. Will listen to me. We'll listen to what I have to say. I'm about to toot my own horn. Hold on, I have to turn this off. All right.
Are we having fun yet?
Let's see if I can find it. Okay, and we're going to go through this. I think he'll certainly be in there Sunday, but Josh Primo, they play off of each other very well. We'll wait and see whether or not he is somebody that the Spurs really think is worth keeping long term or not. But definitely, if he kind of improves that shot as far as just letting it go a little quicker. He already said that he's been working with chipping. All right, and then moving on, let me go ahead and show you guys the summer league. So I highlighted all of Don Barlow. I guess he's a big one because we don't know what to expect. He's a big project. He could be legit. And I don't know if you guys knew this, but we did videos on this before, so I'm not going to just harp on it. But he is coming from Overtime Elite, which is the first players to be. Want to support the channel only to the player or one of the first. But we did videos on this. Where is it? And obviously Barlow. I know a lot of people. Good piece. Oh, here we go. Josh Primo, like I said, something from Joe Weed's camp, and I really want to keep an eye on Darius Days because I think he could be a really good piece to our puzzle. So I really want to see what he has. And obviously Barlow. I know a lot of people. It just depends on. I feel like I talked about him again in this. As we already know, he. Oh my God. As you guys know, I will be doing a. I'm actually looking really forward to. Here we go. Particular that I want to. Just point out is Darius Days. I want you guys to keep an eye on Darius Days because I'm actually looking really forward to watching him play. As you guys know, I will be doing a. Okay. Anyways, yeah. I wasted a lot of time there. I didn't have to do all that. You guys should have just took my word for it. Why'd you make me do that? Let's see. It's going to be a tough season, but it will be all worth. Dude, it's going to be a fun season. I don't care what anybody says. I'm just, you know what? I'll be honest. I'm looking forward to bashing Spurs fans. I'm going to bash a lot of Spurs fans this season. Like a lot. It's going to be so many negative comments on how the rebuild is failing. Even though the rebuild is just doing what a rebuild does. It's going to be so many people saying that Josh Primo is trash, even though he's like 12 years old and, he's played like 3 NBA games. And I'm going to bash all of them. I'm gonna have a lot of fun. I'm gonna bash every single one of them. Do you like the new take foul rule? What's the new take foul rule? Is it new or is it the take foul rule? Oh crap. Take foul. Crap. Wrong rule. Okay. All right. Here we go. Take foul rule. June 4th. Okay. The way such fouls have been officiated in the G League since 2018 is this: when a defender commits a take foul, which is one where no play on the ball is made but doesn't rise to the level of a clear path foul, the foul team retains possession and gets 1 free throw before play resumes. So, okay, so if you foul away from the ball. Is that what it is? Which is one where no play on the ball is made. Oh, when you just take a foul. But no foul. What is this changing from? What was it before? Let's see. The NBA board goes have approved the transition run that will award the offensive team with 1 free throw and retain possession. If you foul away on transition plays, it's a take foul. So are you fouling the person with the ball or does it not matter? So you just have to take a foul and then they'll get possession back and get a free throw? I don't... Are they trying to limit the amount of contact? Did this happen because... I'll watch it another time. Check ESPN new video. I'll check another time. All right, is this all because of what happened in the playoffs? This previous playoffs with the injury, the Grizzlies versus Warriors, because that was not really on the ball. He fouled the crap out of him and hurt him. Are they just trying to get rid of that? Are they like, what are they trying to? I mean, I guess I don't have a problem with it. I don't know. The team just got the possession back before. Oh, and now they get a free throw. I don't know. Is it worth it? They say it was already in the G League. I guess, was it working well in the G League? G League is definitely an experimental league where you can kind of see how things are going. Trying to get rid of people stopping fast breaks. Oh, okay. So they just want the product to be more fun, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. With any rule in the NBA, it sucks at first, but then as time goes on, you forget how long it's been a rule. You know, it'll be okay. It doesn't sound like that big a deal. It's the same rules for international. Okay. If it's the same, yeah, I'm cool with it. I'm good. I'm all right. I'm not gonna chirp about it. That's fine. Yeah, it's fine. Plan, do you think we gonna tank for Victor? Okay, so let me say this. All right, our chances, we only have a 14% chance no matter what, guys. So let me show you something, okay? Show you something. No matter what, we're only gonna have a 14% chance, okay? If we go into this draft and we're the worst team in the NBA, which this is what this is showing. If you're the worst team in the NBA, you're going to get a top 5 pick. And to get number 1, it's going to be a 14% chance. Okay? But you're going to have basically a 50% chance of getting 5, which would really suck. But yeah. But your chances do slightly increase after that. Well, technically not, because then this will increase. You get my point though. Like I think we can, but it's just you're not. It's not going to be just given to you. But it doesn't matter as much. The important thing is that's just how the NBA works. When you're a rebuilding team, you want to be a bad team and you just get what you can. Okay, I mean honestly, we could be right here, okay, and still get the number 1 overall pick. You just have to wait and see. But can we do it? Yes. And I think that we should increase our chances to the best of our ability to do so. That's why this past season, when I was telling everybody, because everyone was talking about how we need experience. No, clan, we need that experience. It's important for DJ to get that experience. It's important for Lonnie Walker to have the experience of a play-in so they can get blown out. And the experience means nothing. Like, when everyone was saying that, I kept saying I didn't want to make the play-in. I kept saying I think that it would be better off because the Spurs went on a little run at the end of the season, and they only went on the run because the other teams were tanking and sitting their guys. But I thought that it would be better for the team if we would have just lost more. Now, I'm happy with Sohan, obviously. Okay, I'm super hype on Sohan. He follows me on Twitter. I'm going to say that every single time. But yeah, but I'm high on Sohan, but at the same time, I mean, you don't know how things are going to go, and you could have very well been a top 3, got a top 3 pick this season. Because you guys know I wanted me some Jaden Ivey. Like, we could have got Jaden Ivey and Sohan. We could have got Jaden Ivey, traded our 20 and 25th and maybe a player, and they got Sohan as a pick. Like, we could, I don't know. That's just my thoughts. I don't see OKC getting that number 1. Yeah. Hey, by the way, everyone that's saying that like our players are trash who struggled in the summer league, are you looking around the league right now? How's Johnny Davis doing? Because everyone and their mom told me that we should get Johnny Davis, which obviously I'm not gonna like harp on him for the summer league, but still, you know. How does Sacramento have pick 3 according to that site? They have Fox, Sabonis. What are you talking about? This is at random, I think. I don't know why this is this way. I don't know if they're based off for summer league or something. Like this is at random. This wasn't what it was. Yeah, this is just, I don't know what they're basing this off of, because obviously we weren't at this spot this past season. We were down here actually, so I have no idea. Yeah, we were all the way down here. I don't know where they're getting these numbers from. Just know this is how the setup is. See, that's what sucked for us, because after this one I was like, oh, thank God we didn't get 10th. But even though we didn't get 10th, then we had like basically an 80% chance of getting 9th. Why have we not signed Days yet? We don't have any room, I don't think. As it stands, let's see. Let's look at the Spurs roster. We need to make a trade if we're gonna get them. Because Joe Wieskamp, we do have a two-way available, but Joe Wieskamp, I'm assuming the Spurs are going to bring him back, and he would get a two-way. Let me see. I hate this site. Let me see. Let's see here. Anybody on here that's still okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, something's not right. Woodard has a contract. I'm kind of confused. Hold on, Malachi. All right, hold on. Spurs team contracts. Maybe. Spurs team salaries and contracts. Two-way. Okay, this is our only two-way, so we still have room for a two-way. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. We still have 2 open spots. Qualifying offer. So Joe Wieskamp is 1. Who's the other? All these players signed right now? Yeah. But anyways, all I'm trying to say is there's no room. Joe Wieskamp, as it stands, more than likely he'll get another two-way, or he'll just be on the roster, which I'm assuming he'll probably be at the end of the bench. Hit the waivers. Well, yeah, I don't think that they're going to throw him out that quick, because obviously he's been working with, or at least he said this, he's been working like crazy with Chip England. So, I mean, they wanted to see him. It's just he got hurt. Why do people say players are trash in the summer league? When I'm the summer league, it's okay for you to make mistakes. Oh wait, hold on. The poll is like getting in the way of your comment. All right, here we go. It's okay for you to make mistakes, a lot of mistakes. Because they're dumb. That's why. People that say that a player is trash and they're basing off of summer league, it's just because they're dumb. They don't understand. They don't understand anything. Wait, what did I just have? What was I showing? Where is it? Here it is. Team option 2-way. Yeah. We'll see. I think what's going to have to happen is the Spurs. Oh, wait, no, it's because Gallinari's right here. I didn't see that. Player no longer with team. Okay, Gallinari. Okay, let's do this again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Oh, crap. Yeah, we literally only have 1 spot left for a two-way. And Joe will probably get that. It's going to either be Joe or Darius Days. What the Spurs are going to have to do is trade away a couple of these players. Or maybe a player, you know. Hopefully, more than likely, Josh Richardson. He's only got 1 year on his contract anyway. Hopefully, Jakob. And then from there, you know, maybe you can... Yeah, maybe you're good. Then you can just bring him in. Well, they're probably not going to get rid of Jakob right now. But, yeah. Who's going to start at point guard this season? Probably Josh Primo. It makes the most sense. There's no other player on the team that I would have starting at point other than Trey Jones. But you're probably going to need to come off the bench. Richardson probably the odd man out being older. Yeah, I would trade Richardson. Darius or Days is like Blair. He's nothing like Blair. No, their games are completely different. Days is more like a glue guy. He has hustle like DeJuan Blair, but no. Don't just look at his size and say he's like Blair. He's nothing like Blair. He has an outside shot. He can stretch the floor. One of the best shooters in our summer league team. He has the best field goal percentage of our summer league team. Darius got a shot on. Let's see. Players like Darius, Joe, Carlton should get two-way contracts. I'm not crazy about Carlton, but he didn't play poorly. It's just, I don't know. If I had to choose between him and like getting KBD minutes or something, like I would just go with KBD. But I mean, you can only have two two-way contracts on your team. You can have a 17-man roster, 2 of which are two-way contracts. So Don Barlow is already one of those, which makes sense. He's a project. He needs that. Now the second is like Joe. I'll tell you this: Joe is fighting for his life right now. He's like R. Kelly. He is fighting for his life. I have no idea what's going to happen there. I think some players need to just go anyways. Like, I don't necessarily see a point of having Josh Richardson on the team right now. I don't see a point of having KB. I'm not a big KBD fan, to be transparent. And Romeo Langford, I just don't know. I don't know. Oh, do I think Langford would stay long term? Probably not. Probably not. Probably not. Doug also. Yeah, and Doug. Yeah. That's another player. I'm like, what's the point? We're trying to be bad, guys. We need guys that are going to be the future, but we also need to be really bad. By the way, it doesn't look like we're getting Aiden, like, at all. It seems like, the Pacers are more interested in him or whatever. I'm sure the Spurs have tried, but yeah, we're not getting Aiden, I don't think. Which I wouldn't want anyway. Not to say like he's a bad player. He's obviously a good player, but I would rather go into full rebuild mode. But yeah, I don't know. The last big free agent we even had was LaMarcus Aldridge. He only came because he knew Duncan was going to retire, and he was coming to a championship caliber team. Everyone thought we were going to win championship that year. I don't know what happened. We should have won a championship. The freaking OKC Thunder they were our Achilles heel, man. We kept losing to them. I hated going against OKC, especially prime Ibaka. Ugh, that wasn't fun. Prime Ibaka was not fun. Not fun. I had bad time with Ibaka. Ibaka gave me bad time, bad vibes. Spurs plan to keep Romeo in the rebuild, it seems, because he's a good young player with potential who has yet to play yet. Yeah, but he's had opportunities to play last season, and he didn't see the floor at all. Like, I mean, and it's not like no one that was new on the team didn't get minutes. Like, Josh Richardson got minutes. Who else did we get last season that got minutes pretty quick? I guess it was just Josh Richardson. He could have missed a shot back in OKC days. It was, oh my God. You remember that game? God, what was that game? He went like 12 for 12, man. It was so irritating. Was it 12 for 12? Like, it still haunts me. I know it had to be. Yes, see. Oh, this still haunts me. Shoots 100% from the field, bro. It's so, and it was so yep, I was right. He went 12 for 12. It was so infuriating. It was so infuriating because I was not worried about Ibaka as much. I was like, okay, we need to stop the other guys. And it's like we would get a good stop on Westbrook, and then here comes Ibaka. He wouldn't miss a shot. Kevin Durant had 18 points in the fourth quarter. What was Kawhi doing? I don't care that he was young. What was he doing? We needed him. God, I hated this. And was this the series after that? It was even worse because Tony Parker said something about like how the Spurs aren't going to win a championship again, or was that 2011? I don't know. I don't listen to Tony Parker. So many people were trying to take relevance out of what Tony Parker said the other night, and I was like, I don't care what Tony Parker has to say. Like, I love Tony, but like, I don't care what he has to say. He doesn't even know what's going on with the Spurs. That's what he said. He was like, I don't know what's going on with the Spurs. I'll talk to Pop. I'm gonna talk to Pop soon. You know, we're gonna have a dinner and we'll talk soon. And then everyone took that as, oh, there's this big dinner they're about to have, and they're gonna really talk about the future of the Spurs. He doesn't care. Tony doesn't care. Tony was a phenomenal player, and he did everything he was a great player, But let's be honest, okay? Out of the big three, he was the less Spursy of the group, you know? Romeo was injured a lot. I'm really high on keeping Romeo instead of trading him for a draft pick when you already have a good young player like, you know what? You're probably right. I mean, are you gonna get a better player than Romeo at the second? Because what you have to trade him for is more than likely a second rounder. But then even then, it's like I don't know. I'm gonna say this, okay? If a team is willing, like, let's say we do a 3-way deal, right? Like 3-team trade, right? And if they say, hey, we're willing to give you all this, but you have to include Romeo Langford. Like, that's a one more player. You need to include Romeo Langford. If it's a good deal, I'm not gonna. Me personally, I will be upset if the Spurs say, "Oh no, we're keeping him." Like, no. If he can be like a piece that will help give you like more first round picks, no, you get rid of him. But if it's one of those where you're just trading him for a second rounder, maybe not. Maybe that's not worth it. But we'll see. Another thing I heard about Romeo Langford though is that his motor isn't very high. So that's something I sit back and say, if that's true, you know, it doesn't matter what you do. Dude, isn't it crazy how so many people say like Josh Primo can't run point guard? That's insane. That's absolutely insane. I saw so many people saying, well, he's a shoot first. And it's like, are you serious? Hold on. NBA point guards 2022. Look at this. Let me show you something. When was this? January 11th? June. Yeah. Look at this. These are the point guards of the NBA. All right. So this is more traditional. Tyus Jones, somewhat more traditional. D'Angelo Russell is not a traditional point guard, but he's definitely kind of changed his role. Spencer Dinwiddie, he's not a traditional point guard. Reggie Jackson, not really. Mike Conley, yeah, he's kind of a traditional point guard. Lonzo Ball, more so a traditional point guard. De'Aaron Fox, not a traditional point guard. Kyle Lowry, more so a traditional point guard. Marcus Smart, not really. He's not really a traditional point guard. DeJounte Murray, not a traditional point guard. Halliburton, not really a traditional point guard. CJ McCollum, not a traditional point guard. LaMelo Ball, not a traditional point guard. SGA, not a traditional point guard. Darius Garland, not necessarily a traditional point guard. Fran VanVleet, more so a traditional point guard. Jamal Murray, not a traditional point guard. James Harden, not a traditional point guard. Kyrie Irving, not a traditional point guard. Drew Holiday, he plays more of a catch and shoot role there, but whatever. Ja Morant, not a traditional point guard. Trae Young, nope. Dame Lillard, nope. Chris Paul, he can do a little bit of everything, but he can be a traditional point guard. You need him to. Steph Curry, nope. Luke Doncic, nope. He's actually a small forward. So yeah, all these people that say like he has to play as a traditional point, it's ridiculous. No, modern day guards just aren't like that. It's just not like that. It's different now. Things are different. Hold on, let me see if I can find, because someone said this. I don't know if it was. Was it Brian Wright? Who said it? I don't even know if I liked it. Oh, yeah. Okay, here it is. Coach Johnson said it.
Point guard, they're not a classic throwback shooting guard in terms of how we use. Blake Wesley and Josh Primo are the modern day guards, right? They're not a classic throwback point guard. They're not a classic throwback shooting guard in terms of how we used to define those things years ago. So they're attacking guards, and so that's going to be a thing that we'll continue to develop, evolve, grow, teach, partner with them on just how it all is put together and how we can grow those guys. And I think, like I said, they showed plenty of optimism for that moving forward. Blake Wesley and Josh Primo.
There you go. That's all I was saying. It's a modern day guard. You got to get with the times, people. You got to get with the times. Primo is one of the players that's such a big piece to the Spurs, and that's on period. True. Those are all shooting guards, basically. Exactly. But they run point. You know? Exactly. So a lot of people are like, we need to move him at 2. It's like, no. He can run. And even, look, even if I sit back and I give you that, like, oh, he's not a traditional point guard. I don't even necessarily agree with that. I think he's a modern day guard, and he's a combo guard, and he can do a lot of things. But, guys, he's actually, and it's going to be controversial. I've said this, and I'm going to stick with it. I think Josh Primo is the best passer on this team. At least raw talent at passing. He has the most talent at passing. Now, obviously, he has to grow and get better, but as far as just pure talent, it's there. His passing ability is really good. Like, really, really good. And it's small things, man. The lob passes into the paint, the cross-court passes, the no-look passes, the bullet passes, the skip passes. It's all there. It's all there. It's impressive. I think they might have Primo run point and shooting guard. Yeah. He'll jump from point and shooting guard and whatnot. Yeah. Like, I know this is 2K logic, but I really hope that the Spurs bring Sohan in and he can run point a little bit. Kind of like how Baylor used him. I would love that so much. We all know Sohan can start point guard if Pop wants. That'd be awesome. But yeah, man, people gotta chill. Is there any more news? Anything I need to do a video on? Anything that's happened? I don't think it is. Thus far, what I got is I have literally an hour video. Where is it? This one. This is a literal hour-long video. Hour long. You can see the timestamps. It's a tier list I did with Impeccable, and it went on for an hour. And I'm thinking I should post this one first. No, you know what? I'll post tomorrow. Let's see. I'll post Jeremy Sohan, and then maybe, because then I have another one that I haven't touched, or no, I guess oh yeah, this one. This Malachi one. I haven't posted that one. Maybe I'll post the Malachi one, and then I'll post. No, I'll do this one, and then the Primo one, and then the breakdown that night. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. This one, Primo, breakdown. And then for the next day, we can do Blake Wesley. Yeah, Blake Wesley. Wait, Spurs waiting to trade. Yeah, well, I don't know. Is this gonna be relevant? We'll do this one first that day, and then thoughts on. Yeah, okay. On Facebook group, people are freaking out and not realizing how trade concepts work. Yeah, Shane Sharp's injury. What? I know Shane Sharp is injured, or apparently, allegedly. I don't know. He came in and looked like garbage. Primo has some good passes in Summer League, but a lot of these players just couldn't take care of the ball. Yeah, no, true. Oh, and by the way, when I say Shane Sharp looked like garbage, I'm only gonna, okay, all right, maybe I'm a little hypocritical, okay? I don't think that we necessarily need to judge people from Summer League, okay? But Shane Sharp in particular was really arrogant coming into the Summer League, so I think it's okay to like make fun of him a little bit. Like, he was very cocky. I didn't like the fact that he interviewed with the Spurs, and when they asked him, who do you want to play with, he's like, I don't know, nobody really. And then other teams ask him about like their players, and he's like, oh yeah, look, I don't even know who's on the roster, I don't care. And then he talked to one team, was the Kings, and he was like, you know, I'll let my other teammates get their little shine. Like, oh my god, the gall. He's so arrogant. You guys want to respond to comments? Let's respond to comments. Let's see. Oh, I hate this. All right, so if you guys don't know, I did a video on Adam Silver bashing RC Buford, basically because we sat players. I hate comments like this. These guys get paid millions. Stop crying and get on the effing court. That's the whole purpose of your career. Or did we forget that? Oh my God, bro. Like, oh my God. Okay, first and foremost, like, my opinion, I think that players, I think you should limit it to 60 games. I think that it helps not only the longevity of the players, because you got to keep in mind the amount of pressure they're putting on their bodies is kind of crazy. Like the fact that you'll play a game, a full-on game, and then the very next night you fly over and then you play another game. I just think it's a little too much. It's a little overboard. The games are boring most of the time. If you limit it down to 60, they're going to play harder. They're going to be more healthy. We're going to get a better product. Each game is going to be worth more. But this whole notion of like, you get paid millions, like, yeah, they get paid like a stupid amount of money. But like, I don't know. I also want to see the product like not injured. Like, I also want to see the players like not be injured, not be hurt. And also, I wonder if this is even a Spurs fan, because like, we're the ones that have taken care of players. Like, I don't think any Spurs fan need to sit down and say, you get paid millions, go play, shut up. Because literally we wouldn't have as many championships that we had if it weren't for sitting players. I mean, it just is what it is. It works. They didn't do it just for fun. They didn't do it just for giggles. They did it because it works. But also, that's not great for fans, that players just sit at any given night. So you pay hundreds of dollars for a ticket and then you go there and they're not playing. So I think the best solution is just to limit the games to 60. Like, complaining about this and saying, get out there and play, that's not going to change anything. You're not changing anything. And I think the best way that the commissioner could have went about this is actually just see why the players are sitting and then act on that. You know, they're not doing it because they don't want to play. You know, unless you're Kyrie. Everyone else actually wants to play basketball. NBA acting like Amazon. Yeah. Our motto was always get to the playoffs healthy. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And I guarantee you the Spurs wouldn't have sat their players as much as they did if the games were limited to 60. Like the lockout season, we didn't sit anybody. It was like 50 some games. We didn't sit anybody. And that was a really good season, by the way, when it actually started. Every game mattered. I wanted to catch every single game. Let's see. Are the players going to take a play cut? Less games equals less revenue. You see what I'm saying? I don't know what's up with this mindset, man. It's like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Less games equals less revenue. Like, oh my God. Like, you know, it's not saying these guys don't have to do anything. It's just that you need to do you realize how many games? 82 is so many games. And no one watches all these games. People don't go to all these games. It's so many games. It's too many games. It's not even fun for me as a fan to catch all these games. It's not fun. God, just eliminate the back-to-backs. Look, less games would increase intensity each game and result to better basketball quality. But the people who invested wouldn't be too happy because that means less revenue if less games. Maybe, yeah, that's true. That's true. But I don't think, there's the thing too, I think that we overestimate how much these teams make from ticket sales. I don't think they make a ton from ticket sales. I could be wrong, but from what my understanding, especially regular season, they don't make a ton from ticket sales. It's like a lot of other things. I do like this comment though. Well, I've always believed that every contender sports player have to exercise boxing, kickboxing, for their self-confidence, endurance, and reflex improvements. So good to know that Keldon does some oh, this is wrong. Okay, hold on. I actually want to react to this video, not the Keldon one. I will like it though. The fact Pop rested Duncan as much as he did throughout his career allowed Duncan and many other players for that matter to stay healthy and allowed for not longevity. F the commissioner. He just wants money. He wants championships, and that means maintaining the health of our players. One thing I do worry about, and I didn't mention it in the video and I forgot to mention it, is that when he pointed out R.C. Buford like that, it makes me really nervous that the NBA isn't going to necessarily help us out. I know that the lottery isn't necessarily rigged or anything, but it does make me sit back and be a little worried. I don't know, because he really doesn't like us. 60 games would be great. It really would, bro. It really would. 82 is too many. Like this season in particular, you guys know I'm the biggest Josh Primo fan. I was watching a bunch of Primo. He said, "What's Dan and Dro?" Oh, there are two people in the chat earlier. They were saying that Josh Primo was trash. Both of them were saying that. So yeah, we were just doing a poll on who's the most trash, Josh Primo, Dan, or Dro. I think Dro has the lead right now. I'm not sure. Anyways, but yeah, like I watched, because Primo only played 51 games, I think, this previous season, and it was some of the best games I've watched this season. It was great. One thing about the Spurs is we want our players to be happy, safe, and healthy. True. Facts machine. True. Yep, I agree. I agree. I just hate that attitude of get out there and play. Like, oh my God, bro. You watch all these games, like, I mean, no one's trying to sit, no one's trying to get a handout, no one's trying to not play. It's just that these guys in athletic sports, especially something like basketball, it's a physical game. Guys, I'm sorry. I want to see Ja Morant healthy in the playoffs. I'm sorry. And if that means limiting the games down to 60, then so be it. I want to see healthy players. I don't think players should just be, because right now what you're saying is they need to go out there and play. Well, saying that isn't doing anything. As it stands right now, players sit all the time. So what you complain about is not doing anything. You have to actively do something. The NBA have to actively do something to prevent that from happening. And what the players are saying is it's a lot of strain on their body right now. It just is. You're traveling continuously. You're playing every single night at an intense level. You're giving the best product you possibly can. But man, sometimes these games are just boring because they're tired as heck. And it's not sitting here trying to like be apologists or what's the word? I don't know. It's not. It's just showing a little bit of empathy towards, you know, the sport of basketball. It's tough. I mean, it's been an argument that the NFL should limit some of the games, but it's not a matter of like these guys work out all the time. They're on it. Like, as far as when you're saying they need to go out there and work. You need to go out there and work, guys. Every single day they're working. They're waking up early. They're putting a plethora of shots up every single day. They're on a strict eating schedule. They're on strict workouts. They are constantly working to give a good product. And I'm sorry, I just want my players healthy once they're in the playoffs. It's not fun to watch a playoff series and a knick-knack injury injures Ja Morant. It's not fun. And I'm pretty sure, I mean, he didn't play, 20-something games this preseason. But then again, it's like these players need just a little few games. So those times that they're not, and I guarantee you, all this like talk where they're not playing on that day, what they're going to do, just go, in their jacuzzi and go to a beach and go on vacation. Like, no, they're still going to be working. They're going to be conditioning their bodies to give us a better product the next night. That's it. And I think that's the only solution you can really do with this, because at the end of the day, I mean, if he says that you have to be actually injured, it doesn't matter. Like, these players could easily just say, I have the flu. Or, the coach could talk to them, behind closed doors and say, hey, you hurt your foot in practice, right? It's like, no, I did. Yeah, you did. You hurt your foot in practice. I don't know what you're talking about. Then hit him in the back of the head. You hurt your foot in practice. He's like, okay. Like, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Stupid. Sounds reasonable to me that we want the best product on the court, quality over quantity. That's what we're here for. Yeah, I don't watch every, like, I try to catch every game. I don't watch every game. These games suck sometimes. They're so tired out. It sucks sometimes. I want longevity. I want players to be able to go out there, do their thing, without the worry of anything else, without the worry of an injury, you know? That's my thing. That's my thing. Oh my goodness. Hold on. The alert should come up in a minute. Thank you, Caleb Daniels. Thank you so much, dude. Going to the game on Thursday. Hopefully the 3-hour drive worth it. You know it's gonna be worth it. I would drive 3 hours. I'm going to an anime convention in a few months, and that's gonna be a few hours. Yeah. I don't know why the thing didn't come up. The alert box didn't come up. Oh, there it is. Okay, that scared the crap out of me. I don't know why it took so long. You know, Drew Eubanks is on there. I probably need to change it to something. I don't know what to change it to yet. You know what I need to change my sound to? And I got a video on this coming tomorrow, but like, we need to change it to this. Where is it? Change to this.
They ain't gonna pass it to you. Hey, Ty, they ain't gonna pass it to you. They ain't gonna pass it to you. Hey, Ty, they ain't gonna pass.
Hey, Ty. Hey, Ty. They ain't gonna pass it to you. They ain't gonna pass it to you. Hey, Ty. It's funny. All players gonna start claiming COVID. Exactly. Like, yeah, like you can't. Yeah, if someone says they're hurt, I mean, what are you gonna do? I mean, just like Kawhi Leonard, right? He got hurt and like no one could find anything. Like, okay, he's not gonna play. Like, what? Can't force them to play. The best thing you can do is, I mean, you could say you're gonna get fined a certain. Well, I don't know. You can't even do it that way. I don't know what you could do other than just limit the games a little bit. You know, it'll be a better. It'll be way better, guys. It'll be way better. I will catch so many more games if it was limited to 20, because literally players can sit out 20 straight games and it means nothing. They'll be perfectly fine. Their team is fine. I want it where every game is crucial. Not to the point where it's like 30 games, right? But like 60, 65, I think that's reasonable. Get rid of a lot of these back-to-backs. I think that's reasonable. Yeah, I think that's reasonable. Less games cuts to pay for the faculty workers. Then you need to up their pay. One thing that needs to end is players forcing their way out with years on contracts. That is something I don't like. I don't like that. I like players being able to have freedom, obviously, over their own careers, but then at the same time, it gets a little wild, bro. Like, you can just force your way out. Especially this KD thing, it really irritates me. I'm sorry, I don't like it. I don't like the fact that that franchise had to do so much to accommodate him, tried to add so much to the team, and gave him a contract. He still has like 3 years on it or something, and then he just asked out. Like you should owe the team something, and they shouldn't have allowed Kyrie to get away with what he was getting away with. Like, he's just like gone, and then he comes back, and after they lose, he's like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna have a say so in the front." What is wrong with this franchise? Do not let him do anything. He shouldn't have came back anyway. Right, with 4 years. 4 years left? Yeah, they broke their backs for him. Yeah, it'd be one thing if it was 1 year left, but 4 years, bro. And then his request is what pissed me off. He wants to go to the Sun. Dude, I'm gonna be so happy. Like, I'm serious. I'm gonna be so happy. Not so much LeBron, okay? Because LeBron's a little older and stuff. I don't know, but sure, let's just say LeBron. When LeBron and KD are out of this league, I am gonna be happy. I am gonna be ecstatic. I'm gonna be so happy when they're gone. I'm gonna be so happy because we're gonna be left with players that aren't KD. I'm gonna be so happy when he's gone. I don't care. People can say, well, you know, he's a one-of-a-kind player, and you know, he's a phenomenal shooter and one of the best shooters of all time. Yeah, he is, but like, I don't care. Yeah, I'm gonna be so happy when they gotta go, bro. Because right now, like, this new generation is so much better. Like, we're talking Jokic, loyal. And obviously, you got to get paid a stupid amount to even be loyal. But, yeah, loyal. Embiid, loyal. I'm sorry, Ja Morant, loyal, right? Who else? Who else am I thinking of? Who else? There's another player. Who am I missing? I'm missing quite a few. Dude, everyone loved KD when he was with OKC. That was the thing. See, that's the problem. It's not going to a better team, okay? Like, that's not the issue. Like saying, okay, I'm gonna go to a different team, or you explore free agency. It was the fact that he was up 3-1. He was up 3-1, and then he joined one of the greatest teams in NBA history. That sucks. That's weak. Curry, yeah, Curry, Yerk, Steph, yep. I was just thinking like young guys. Giannis. I don't think I said Giannis. Dame. Yeah, Dame. But I was thinking younger. Luka. Yep. Luka Doncic. Yep. These players, I just don't see. They don't have the personalities where they're just gonna jump from team to team. It seems. Shoot, Tatum. Even though I'm not a crazy Tatum fan, but Tatum seems like he's kind of, you know, putting his head down. But I'm not saying you have to just stick with a team. If the team is trash, if the franchise is trash, you should be able to just leave, okay, and go to a better situation. It was just a situation with KD where it's like he was in a great situation. Like, he could have won a championship. And one thing I don't like about KD is he does this thing where he doesn't confront the players on his team. He'll attack the media for talking about the players that's on his team, even though the media will have his back. Like, for instance, he didn't do it with Westbrook. Like, he never really confronted Westbrook. And he needed to be a leader on that team. And he just allowed Westbrook to do whatever. And then he left. And everyone knows that the reason why he left was because of Westbrook. But he never said it. And then Westbrook just treated him like trash next time they met. The last, like, 2 times after that. And then he's doing it again with Kyrie. Like, instead of addressing the Kyrie situation, he'd rather just leave. I hate that. Like, what are you doing? Karl-Anthony Towns, I guess. I don't know. I feel like... Okay. Yeah, okay. You're saying Karl-Anthony Towns is loyal. Okay, I'll take it. KD ain't elite. No. That's why when people say, like, KD is better than LeBron, I'm just like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know. Because he can shoot better? Like, that's it. That's literally it. Even on the court, there's nothing that KD can do better than LeBron other than shoot. And then you're not even taking into account the leadership aspect of it. I mean, no one knew Kyrie was this much of a diva under LeBron, because LeBron's a crazy great leader. No one knew that. Nobody. And it's not a hindrance on you for not being LeBron as far as a leader. Like, you don't have to be. But oh my God, can you stop running? Like, just stop running. He runs and then he just, like, don't address anything, and then just attack people on Twitter. It's ridiculous. Would you waste your time trying to talk to Kyrie? He's so out there. He was once trying to tell KD that in Kyrie's past life he was KD. Well, I thought KD wanted Kyrie initially, and not only that, LeBron James, like I said, he had Kyrie in check. I mean, before Kyrie went like weirdo mode and left and stuff, but Kyrie Irving loyal. Kyrie don't even want to play basketball. I don't know what Kyrie is. Also, I think Kyrie thinks he's smarter than he is. I feel like Kyrie's the type of person that feels threatened when someone's in the room that's much smarter than him. I bet you he didn't like being on Boston because of that. And you know who I'm talking about, who's like super smart on Boston? That man was loyal to Gotham City. Facts. True. 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 But yeah. They don't build them like they used to. Oh, yeah. He thinks he's the smartest person on earth, I'm sure. He's so annoying. KD needs a role model. I guess. I don't know. I don't know what's up with KD. He just irritates me. Like, when I saw he asked for a trade, I'm like, what? Why? What? What do you think about the summer league? Oh, I talked about it earlier with Gingy on stream. They're pretty good. I'm not taking too much from it. This next game is gonna be boring. I'm not looking forward to it. It's gonna be Thursday night. It's gonna be boring. We don't have any players left. Kyrie, the type of guy to look at his astrology rocks to see what mood he's in today. He's just obnoxious, man. The middle finger thing that he did too, that was also lame. I just don't like Kyrie. Who should start point guard? Primo or Blake? Oh, Josh Primo, easy. Blake Wesley isn't ready, guys. Like, a lot of people keep asking that because the summer league they give him the ball and you know he's fast and stuff, but no. On 2K, picking Blake Wesley would be awesome, okay? But like real life, no. Josh Primo needs to be the point guard. Much more methodical. And another thing too, keep in mind that these past, well, you know, game 2 was pretty rough, but even game 1 and 2, right? Game 1 and 2, Primo should have had about 12 assists. Like, he made a lot of good reads. It's just a matter of being on the summer league, and you know they can't shoot as well as NBA players. Now, if those passes were to Keldon Johnson or Devin Vassell, yeah, he has about 12 assists. Are Pacers going to get Ayton? Probably. LeBron, a great leader, but a terrible GM. I don't know. Is he? I mean, this is the one time where I feel like he kind of constructed a really dumb team. If the Spurs don't land Wembayama next season, who would the Spurs choose? I gotta look into all. I can't do that yet. Also, yes, let the season start, like the college season start and stuff. I'll look more into it. Primo seems like he's growing taller by the year. How tall is he now? I think he's about 6'7". He got to be about 6'7". He literally chose Westbrook over DeRozan, who arguably had... Yeah, but this is like the first time he did... Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. You on long enough, bots come. Alright, I know what I'm gonna do. What's their name? Okay. Hey, any mods in here? I don't think any mods are in here. Oh my god. Ah. Let's see. Let's see settings. Permissions? Upload defaults? No. Community. I did block them. What the heck? You should be a hidden user. That's okay. Let me see. User from this channel. Okay. And then also what I'm gonna do, oh, I didn't block that. Okay, cool. Cool. Block links. I'm not gonna block links. Bots from China. The Summer League didn't give Darius Days a rebound once either. After he rebounded and put his miss back in the basket, they gave him a rebound to someone else's stat. See, they do that it's pretty bad. They also did Don Barlow wrong. Like, I feel like he had more blocks than he has. Like right now, the leading blocker is Josh Primo. But I feel like Barlow should have it. Primo would be the same as DJ. No, he has more upside than DJ. 38 days looks good. You ever go to the Spurs game to watch in person? Yeah, I've been to a couple Spurs. I've been to many Memphis Grizzly games to see the Spurs, because obviously we play them at least twice in Memphis. And I've been actually no, I've only been to one. I've been to San Antonio a few times, but I've only been to a Spurs game in San Antonio once. Yeah. Yep. How much Spurs games have you been to? In total, as far as Memphis, quite a few. I've been to, was it game, which game was it? Was it game 4? Was it game 4? I've been to the Manu Ginobili cast game. I don't know if you guys remember that when he was wearing the cast in Memphis. I've been to that game, which would have been like game 3 or game 4. And then I've been to the game against Memphis Grizzlies again when Kawhi Leonard went off in fourth quarter and overtime, but we ended up losing. And that was a really interesting game on that playoff game, because when I went to, because it was a break, obviously, like going into overtime, and I went to the bathroom and it was so many people like just talking about Kawhi, like strangers talking about Kawhi. Hey Clan, I was upset with the Spurs tanking, but I've come into hope I came into it hope the land won, and it's not for nothing. Yeah, okay, it's pick one or bust. I get you, I understand. Bro, you aren't from San Antonio? Mind equals blown. Yeah, I'm not from San Antonio. Nope. Nope. I'm from Memphis. That's where I was born. Los Memphis, Tennessee. Yep. Hey, Clan, you're my favorite YouTuber. Thank you. How did you end up a Spurs fan? Here. My channel, dude. I need to do something where you guys can, I don't know, that is more obvious. If you watch this will explain how I became a Spurs fan. It's because of Manu. This explains it. But yeah, I talk about, I mean, it's a song. It's really good. I hate that it's like, I'm really proud of it, but I hate that it's not that many views. But that's most of my videos. It is what it is. But yeah, go watch that. You'll see. It started off Manu. It's pretty deep too if you watch this. It's something that happened that you might be shocked by. Yeah, Clan Ben said he became a fan because of Manu. Yeah. I went to the game against Spurs in Memphis when Anderson had that crazy save lob to bro. Ooh. Was I at that game? Or was that in Memphis? Wait. Was it in Memphis? It wasn't in Memphis? I don't think I was at the game. From a rapper is a hard song. I can't see which one. My screen is small. Oh, which thing? It's because of Manu. Because of Manu. Oh crap. Wait, wrong thing. Because of Manu. This one. What do you think about the mid-season tournament? This upcoming tournament? I don't know. I don't have thought about it. I remember a kid celebrating the 99 chip in San Antonio. That's pretty cool. Branham. Yes, I like Branham. Manu is the heart of San Antonio. Yep. Who will be the face of the league once LeBron and KD leave? I think Greek. Yeah, I'm thinking Greek Freak. Greek Freak and like Ja Morant and Probably Banchero, honestly. I might be jumping the gun a little bit, but I think Banchero's going to be up there. Primo will be better than DeJounte. Yeah. I don't even think that's a... Can I say this? And I think that I can say this without getting a lot of heat now. If you go and watch DeJounte Murray highlights, because highlights are supposed to be like it's supposed to show you at your best, right? If you go and watch DeJounte Murray highlights, what you're going to see is two things in particular. You're going to see him using the screen like crazy, okay? Actually, three things. Using the screen like crazy. You're going to see a lot of mismatches, and you're going to see transition plays. That's what he is. He doesn't necessarily create a ton of space. He doesn't necessarily create his own shot. He absolutely needed Jakob Poeltl. It's one thing to be able to utilize a screen, but it's another thing for it to be more of a crutch. And every single time it was almost the exact same play. It was the exact same play. He had one mode, in one speed. And if you go back and watch it, you'll see it. You'll see it. It'll blow your mind. Just point it out as you watch it, like out loud. Say that's a mismatch. That's a mismatch. Screen mismatch. Screen mismatch. Screen mismatch. Transition play after a good defensive play. Screen mismatch. That's what he is. And I think some Atlanta Hawks fans think that they're getting like a legitimate like CJ McCollum next to Trey, and they're not. I mean, and even to kind of emphasize that a little bit more, Jakob Poeltl is top 4 in the league in screen assists. Yeah, but Josh Primo is not like that. Josh Primo can create his own shot. He doesn't necessarily literally just go watch it. It's a huge difference. I'm not going to harp on it. Go watch DJ highlights, and this is supposed to be the best of last season, and then go watch Josh Primo highlights, best of last season. It is night and day, and Primo's much younger. You can kind of see it. You can definitely see the potential. Clan, what are your thoughts of Primo development into the Spurs motion offense, with us now shooting more threes now than before? Do you think he'll be an eventual elite shot creator in the league? Yeah, I think he'll be an elite 3 level scorer for sure. There's nothing that Josh Primo has shown me thus far that is a huge cause of concern. I'll just be honest. It's nothing there. Not yet. He hasn't shown me anything that I sit back and say, ooh, I'm worried about that. The only thing that I'm worried about is reps. That's it. He just needs more reps. Other than that, IQ is there. On and off the court as a leader, seems like it's there. Very mature, high IQ, plays good defense. His defense actually reminds me a lot of Derek White, honestly. Smart defense. Takes charges, tough. He's hit, even at a young age, there's been many instances where he hit like really big shots. He did it in G League on a few occasions. He did it a couple times, which he had a game-saving block with the Spurs. He had a 3-point shooting tie shot with in the fourth quarter, at the end of the fourth quarter. He's made he made a lot of plays throughout the season, especially near the end of the season though. But no, there's no cause of concern from Primo for me. So everything surrounded around Primo, I have no issue with. I think he legitimately could be a star. There's nothing there that I really struggle to Yeah, Primo should just go bald to bring out the MJ and Kobe in him. That's the G League fam. Oh, what I said about him playing well in G. Well, keep in mind that you can't just say, oh, it's just the G League, because a lot of these players that came into the league, it's all about projection. What I expect him to be. A lot of players that are in the draft, do we just say, oh no, it's just college, oh it's just G League? If you look at Dyson Daniels, everyone and their mom wanted Dyson Daniels. Everyone wanted Dyson Daniels and his mom, but everybody wanted Dyson Daniels, right? He was awesome. He was great. But even if you go back and you watch Primo going against Dyson Daniels in the G League last season, he cooked Dyson Daniels all the freaking time. Even statistically, in the 7 games of Josh Primo with G League, he played better than Dyson Daniels. Like every statistical category, just about. So so if you want to kind of contextualize that, Primo would have been a top 5 pick more than likely, since Dyson Daniels was the 8th. Primo probably would have been a top 5, top 6 pick in this last draft. That's who we have on our roster right now. Yeah. Dyson looks silly guarding him. Primo's nasty, bro. He just needs the reps. He just needs the reps. And, you know, he's going to struggle here and there just because of his age, but he could be something serious. And keep in mind, like, these Kobe comparisons, if you want to compare, like, Kobe, his second year in the league, I mean, he didn't necessarily light it up. Like, I mean, he had a pretty good average, but, like, it was like 15 points per game. So it's not like he came in right at the gate hitting 30. Like, it's okay. Oh, Cunningham or Banchero? I'm going to go with Banchero. Why doesn't anyone take Primo seriously? Because they don't pay attention. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I guess they just don't take Primo serious, or they don't take, you said that. They don't watch, or they don't pay attention, or I don't know. It's a lot of, like, the dumb fans are going to be the loudest, and that's just how it is, you know? It's like that in politics too. They're just going to be the loudest. They want their stupidity to be, you know, well heard. So I think that's what it is. They just want to be a contrarian. They just want to be smart. They just want to be right. And, you know, they take glee in being right about a player being bad. They just want to complain. Honestly, I guess I never noticed it when the Spurs were winning, but I guess fans did it when we were winning too. When the Spurs were a good team, I guess they still were complaining about something. We have a bad game and people need to be traded. Besides the Spurs, the Pistons are slowly becoming one of my favorite teams. Love what they're doing. Yeah, they look pretty good. I missed another comment. Don't really agree with the point that DJ is limited due to his screen usage. Most of Curry's threes are off of screens, but that doesn't mean he's a bad player. It's just no. It's not just that he's limited because he uses screens. Like, obviously you need to use screens. Screens are important. It's just that DJ, he hasn't shown anything other than that. Obviously, if you look at Steph Curry, he's shown so much shot creation that's ultimately ridiculous. He'll cook anybody. A guard, big man, or whatnot. When it comes to DJ, the only times that you really see him cook is when it's like an ultimate mismatch. It has to be a big mismatch. DJ is not a bad player. All I'm saying is he's not like a shot creator, or he's not like a you're not gonna be able to lean on him to go get you a bucket in a really like tough environment necessarily. Like when the defenses get tougher, when the playoffs hit, you're probably not gonna be able to buy him to just go get you a bucket. He's just not that type of player. Even the players, the shots that he does make, it's no separation. A lot of it's kind of a more like a kind of a floater. Like it's just not a lot there. That's all I'm saying. But DJ and Steph, that's like night and day, bro. Like Steph utilizes screens like crazy, but it's not a crutch. And the more I watch DJ, the more I felt like it was a crutch. Love your content, bro. By the way, no hate here, just spitting my 2 cents. Oh, wait, what did you say? Spurs fans since 97 don't believe in Primo. Seen Manu, TP, and Tony as superstars and could lead our team. Don't see that in Primo. It's because he's so young. Just give it this. You seem more reasonable than like Twitter people, but like just give it a give it. Just you'll see way more of him. You'll see way more reps, and he's gonna shine. It's gonna be some instances where you sit back and like, whoa, you know. It's the same thing with Lonnie Walker. Like his stats weren't great, but it was a few times where you like, okay, he could be something. But I think Primo's like way better than Lonnie. But still, yeah, he's gonna show you. It's just you just need to see more. From me personally, I feel like I've seen enough. Like it was the same with Derek White. I always felt like even when he was getting just a couple minutes a game, I felt like he was going to be a good point guard. I was like, he could be a good point guard in the NBA. I said that a long time ago when Tony Parker was still on the team. And people were like, what are you talking about? Like, I don't see it. And I definitely saw it. And then he ended up shining. Once DJ got hurt, he ended up shining that season. But definitely showed. He was definitely a go-to third option. He was the facilitator, and he was the best defender on the team. Easy. But yeah. And it's going to be the same thing. Just, I really do believe in Primo. I think I've seen enough where I'm like, okay, he's a modern day guard. He's something serious. Oh, and when you're saying like lead the Spurs like Manu and Tony and Tim, well, first and foremost, we need our Tim Duncan. You know, like, I don't know if Josh Primo is a Tony Parker, that's still great. Like, he's going to be a star or whatever. But Tony Parker never led the Spurs by himself. Manu Ginobili never led the Spurs by himself. The only person that was here the entire time was Duncan. I don't know if Primo's going to be as great as Duncan. You don't necessarily have to, but like, I don't know. I think he'll be a star, but I don't know. If we get Victor Wembanyama, maybe Victor Wembanyama would be that. Maybe Malachi will end up being that. But at the end of the day, I still believe Josh Primo is going to be a phenomenal player. Whether he's the number one guy 100% of the time, or whether he's the second, guy. Whether he's the Westbrook of the team or the KD, I don't really care, but I really do believe he's going to be a star, regardless. Trust the process, Spurs fans. I agree. Hate when I see Suns fans, for example, want to trade their young players for KD. Personally, I'd rather go down. Wait, they're trying to... I didn't know the Suns were trying to trade away... I guess they are. They'll have to, I thought they were going to try to do a signing... Well, you can't do that with the Nets. You can't sign and trade Aiden to the Nets. That whole rookie rule thing. Rookie contract thing. I don't know. We are never going to get a TP Manu and Tim Duncan again. Just be glad to witness greatness. Yeah, that'll never happen again. But doesn't mean you can't win a championship again. Those three players aren't the only players that won championships. Together, they won 4, and they were together for how long? 13, 14, 15, 16 years? I don't know. They were together for a long time. They were together for a very long time, and they got 4. So who was winning the other ones? So look, you don't have to be a Tim Duncan dynasty to win championships. Spurs aren't the only teams that won championships. But the common denominator in all those is a champion. Not champion, a star. Hey, Clan, I also believe in Josh Primo. Thank you. We should believe in Josh Primo. Tomorrow, I'm going to post... What did I say I was going to do? Just start with Jeremy Sohan. Yeah, we're going to do Jeremy Sohan, Primo, and then I'll just post the tier list later. I think it's an hour. Freaking hour, man. Post like at 6 or something. Y'all see how the Mavericks won a championship? Y'all see how the Bucks won a championship? There you go. Josh Primo is fine if you don't make him a point guard. He can run point guard. I feel like he'll be better. I mean, he can play off ball, obviously. Like, he's had to do that before. But I think he's better with the ball in his hands. Coming down the court. Let me see. Let me do something. I think Primo shoots better off the dribble rather than catch and shoot. What? I don't think Keldon is a power forward. What do you think? No, he needs to be shooting guard. I mean, not shooting guard, small forward. He's not bad power forward, but who knows? Some fans keep saying we need a superstar, but all our players are young and still have the chance to be a star. That's why I always say Spurs fans need to chill and trust the process. Yeah, I think realistically, the players right now on the roster that we could seriously say, well, maybe, is probably Primo. I don't know about Sohan. I love Sohan, by the way. He's like my second favorite player behind Primo. But I don't know. Probably Wesley. Probably Primo, Wesley, and Malachi. I don't know. I don't know if Devin Vassell is gonna become a star. I don't know. And then Keldon, I think he kind of is who he is, but he's also a really good player. But I don't know about star. I'm so invested in our young players. I'd never trade them for a superstar, even if it meant we won a ring. Won't mean as much to me. I'd trade him for a ring. I don't know. I'd trade him for a ring. Not, but I wouldn't do it for like we trade, let's get KD for like a couple years. I don't know. It'll have to be like another young superstar, like Ja Morant or something. Like, I don't know. I'll trade some players for Ja. I don't care. I don't know if I'll trade Josh though. I really like Josh. I really like Josh Primo and Sohan. Homie said at the start, I don't want to do more than 30 minutes. You've been on for 2 hours. I have. I'm about to get off though. I think you should turn up your volume, dude. I'm on max volume and it doesn't compare to the other max. Why does that keep happening? Hold on. Check. Okay, is that better? I think that's better. All right. Okay, cool. Sorry. The goal is to get the ring trade. There you go. Yeah. I'll make it better. That would mean that all my videos, you're barely gonna be able to hear me. I already got like pre-recorded, like 6 pre-recorded videos, and I'm definitely not doing any more right now. There's nothing to even talk about. But at least I got 2 days worth of videos. Unless something happens, then I'll have to record. The question is, who is our go-to guy scorer when we are down by 20? This season, hope no one is. I hope Primo is, and then I hope he comes up short every single time. I hope he just barely comes up short. You know, actually, I don't hope he comes there. I hope every single game, Primo hits the game winner with 0.5 seconds left, and then the other team gets a lucky, like, full court shot. And I hope that happens, like, 70 times this season. And then the haters can at least sit back and say, well, it's not Primo's fault. It's going to be fun. Especially Sohan. That's one where I question, what is Pop going to do with Sohan? I have no idea. When is preseason? Look up NBA preseason. NBA preseason 2022. Okay. Season starts October 19th. I need to know preseason though. Our preseason game between what? Does preseason not get announced or something? Our expect to be released August. We have to wait and see, I guess. When does preseason usually start? This isn't gonna tell me. Oh, preseason's super short. I forgot. It started October 4th. Oh, that sucks. Well, that sucks. Oh, well. Oh, well. That sucks. All right, guys. I'm about to get off. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. All right. Half court or fast break offense this year? Half court. I think it'd be more predicated off of what type of team we have. Like we have Brian Wright already kind of talked about this, but we have a very versatile team, very high IQ team. So yeah, I don't know. I think it'll benefit. For me personally, I felt as if Pop taking the approach of doing less plays and speeding up the offense and doing more fast break. I felt like it was more so because the players we had wasn't necessarily that methodical, you know? So he wanted to kind of utilize their athleticism. But now I think that you kind of have a team that's a little more methodical, like Josh Primo, Malachi, and Sohan. These three guys in particular are very high IQ players, you know? Sohan isn't a shot blocker. Sohan is an overall good defender. At times even a point of attack defender, but not necessarily. He's just a versatile defender. He can do everything. He can guard any position. It was mentioned that the Spurs' first preseason game is October 6th against Orlando. That's such a long way from now. Such a long way from now. Oh well. Yeah. All right, guys. I'm getting ready to get off. If you want to support the channel, all you have to do is go over to the channel. You hit this little join button, and you become a member. It's only $2 per month. I'm trying to get to 10K. If I can get to 10K subscribers, they'll allow you to like put merch on here. Oh, dude. You guys know I'm gonna have the heat. I'm gonna get with an artist and everything. Like, it's gonna be fire. But yeah, anyways, so if we can get to 10K, that will be awesome, and then we can start doing merch. But that's besides the point. That seems like that's gonna be a minute. But yeah, if you want to support the channel in the meantime, you can hit this little join button and press $2 per month, or you can give more if you want, but I'm only asked for $2. Or Patreon member. Let's see, Patreon. If you want to join the Patreon, which they don't screw you over as much as YouTube, then it's loading. I don't know why my internet isn't bad. I don't know. Yo, Clan, if Sohan isn't a project, why would we wait? What? If Sohan isn't a project, why would we have picked him? To me, his benefit. Oh, he'd benefit a contender more. Love him though. Okay, I'm trying to think how I can answer this. I think he is more of a did I say he's not a project? He's kind of a project. Like, he's super versatile. You have no idea what he's gonna be. For a contenders typically want to look for a specific piece, right? Like when it came to the Memphis Grizzlies, they knew that they weren't going to keep Kyle Anderson, so they looked for someone who's more of a glue guy, like Jake LaRavia and Roddy, right? Same thing with Charlotte. Like Charlotte feels as if they're almost there. They got their star. They're set in stone there, and they're like, well, we need more of just a solid big man. So they went after Mark Williams. Like, that's typically what they do. Sohan isn't that type of player. He doesn't fit a specific role for your team per se. You don't really know what he can do so many things, and him overseas, he had to play a completely different role than he did once he came to Baylor. You don't really know. So he definitely has a very high ceiling. And he doesn't just fit one mold, you know? He's shown that he has playmaking ability. He's shown that he can be a point forward. He's shown that he can guard 1 through 5. He's shown that he can be a decent catch and shoot threat. So, yeah. He would benefit a contender more, and I was mad we chose him for that reason. But Sohan will be one of the best glue guys. Ooh. I don't know. In that regard, I don't know. Who else would you have chose? I think Sohan was the best available player at that point. Like, I wouldn't have picked Johnny Davis. I just feel like Sohan's better. I don't know. Anyways, here's another way you can support Patreon where they don't screw me over as much. Link in the description for that. So if you guys want to support there, you just head on over to Patreon and you can just hit this little join button. But yeah, those are some ways that you can support your boy. But hopefully, man, I'm really hoping soon we can get to 10. That's when I'll feel official. I'll feel official once we get to 10K. Once we get to 10K, I'm becoming snobby. When we get in Cardigan Clan again, I ain't doing that. I don't do it. See, here's the thing, bro. Like, I've started stuff and I've stopped it, but it wasn't because like I was lazy with it. It's just that I didn't really see a point in it. Like, for instance, like Sundays with Clan, I used to do that every Sunday, obviously. Now I'm like, is it worth it? I don't know if it's worth it, because I could easily just answer these questions randomly in any given video and spread it out a little bit more rather than just throwing it out there on a Sunday, you know? Especially if something, when I'm doing a sports channel, you know, there's topical news sometimes that just pops up, and I don't want a video to have to be there, you know? I would want to be able to switch out that video. Also, the Terrible Take Tuesdays, I used to do that. No point in really doing that. I mean, I see terrible takes all the time, and like, it got to a point where I was doing that everywhere. Like, I was talking about terrible takes all the time anyway. So, it's no real point. So, rather than focusing in on like specific videos to come out on specific days, I just figured what I could do is just make sure content is out there, you know, no matter what. Yeah, J Mark, we never did that song either. Yeah, we never even did it. I really like that song too. I'd rather Sohan than Duran, and I really did not want Sohan. I love Sohan.
Sorry, I'm having trouble connecting to the internet. It looks like an issue with the router and Echo device, so try restarting them. Unplug both of them.
Alexa.
Then plug the router back
Alexa.
in. Wait 30 seconds.
Oh my God.
Once the router is back on and connected to the internet, plug in the Echo device.
Jeez. What is she talking about? Yeah. You talk to me on Insta, yeah. Yep. All right, guys. I'm getting ready to get off. Yeah, I'm getting ready to get off. I'll give it to you guys later. I appreciate the love. I don't know the next time I'll be live. I'm thinking maybe Thursday. Probably Thursday. I'll be I wanted to talk with DC Tree Thursday. So we might do a video with DC Tree. So we'll see. We'll see. Jalen Duran's been killing it. Yeah, he's a lob threat, man. And fortunately for him, he has people that can really feed him lobs. What do you think will close out games for us? Who do you think? Keldon, Primo, Fasale. Yeah, those three. I think it'll be interchangeable. Why would the Wizards choose Dave? I think, guys. I think that it's gonna be a huge jump. You just need to get ready for it. It's gonna be a huge jump with play Dear DJ. It's gonna be a huge jump for Primo, I think. You doing a watch party for the next game? No. The next game is like 2 o'clock. I'm not doing that. No. I'm gonna go live with DC Tree sometime that day. But yeah, no. Nope. I don't want to do any live streams that's like early in the day, or like, I'm not doing that. It's not fun. We never have a lot of people in here during those times, and I don't know. When's your mixtape coming out? I know, right? I need to drop one. All right, I'm getting off. All right, guys, I'll get with you later. Thanks for all the love. Like I said, if you want to support the channel, it's there. Also, another way to support is promo link. If you know of SeatGeek, you can go to SeatGeek, get $20 off any type of event you're going to, game or whatnot, and it's Spurs Dynasty. But that's in the description. Everything is in my description. You'll find all of it in my description in this video. So, but yeah, I'll get with you guys later. Until next time, deuces, man. Wait, Sebastian? Yes, that's cool. That's cool. Send it to me on Instagram, okay? All right, y'all. All right, deuces.